Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty World League, brought to you by PlayStation 4, and it is grand final time here at the CWL Sydney Open 1, and what a hell of a grand final it'll be. The two biggest teams and juggernauts in the Australian and New Zealand region are about to go head-to-head for their fight of 10,000 CWL Pro points, coming into a fantastic year of competition. Joining me to give you this amazing series, of course, is Josh and Miles. Guys, this is the series to watch. We had a fantastic performance by both of these teams in the winners bracket final. No surprise that Mindfreak have found themselves back on the stage for the grand final, and they're up against their rivals.
I think that surprised precisely 0 people. As we saw a great fight from them in that losers bracket final. Miles, as we talked about multiple times though, it was a great run by Validate Black.
You can't take anything away from Validate Black. We had them pegged as a good team just based on how, the quality and the skill of the players involved. There's top tier names as far as the region goes, and they did not disappoint in the lower bracket run.
Let's have a look at the schedule for this series and for how this day has unfolded. It is Mindfreak and Tainted Minds, of course, in the grand final. But guys, looking at those series, it's just gotten from good to better to the best possible outcome. We have the best in the grand final.
Absolutely, Curry. I mean, this is it. We saw them go down in the winners bracket final. It was a crackers upset, 3-2. I called it. All your naysayers out there, I put my money on the table and it paid off somehow. I don't know how that one worked out. Nobody saw that coming. But yeah, man, it's just been a phenomenal run so far. Tainted, surprising all of us.
It was a reverse sweep that got them into the grand final. Josh, no one saw it coming except for Miles. I'll give you that one. But few people actually saw them pulling it off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge upset when we were in the end of at the end of the first Search and Destroy. We especially thought it was just going to be a whitewash. I definitely thought so as well. But Tainted Minds, with world-class Call of Duty skills, came back and got the upset victory, and including that 6-0 S&D to wrap up that winners bracket final. It was bonkers.
It's one thing to beat Mindfreak and get into the grand final. It's another thing to do it in a 6-0 Search and Destroy. Now, the grand final, the way it's going to work is 2 best of 5s could potentially be played out. It all depends if Mindfreak show up in the first series, guys. Will they?
I think it's entirely possible. I mean, I was sitting in the crowd talking to a few players, and my overall sentiment is they're still Mindfreak. We had a couple of shaky games up against Validate Black, but ultimately they're still Mindfreak, and I think it's very, very possible that they could totally reverse this and tie it up at least, if not win it.
Looking for a silver lining here, do you think that actual loss, Josh, in the winners bracket final has benefited Mindfreak in the end?
I mean, like, for their mentality, yeah, maybe. I mean, obviously, when desperation sets in, certain people react certain ways. Now, we haven't seen Mindfreak in this situation enough to really gauge how they might react. Now, I've seen them compete at Call of Duty Champs. I've seen them compete overseas at other CWL-related events. And, when they're on the back foot, they can come back very, very hard. But I haven't really seen it for a long time, at least, against an Australian and New Zealand, or indeed Asia-Pacific team.
Let's bring up the head-to-head matchup between these two teams for your grand final. Look at the losses that they have. You can count them each on one hand. Only 4 maps lost. 3 of them for Mindfreak were from the opposition Tainted Minds.
Yeah, you can only, when we first saw these teams lined up, Mindfreak was sitting pretty on 0 losses. They were hoping to get the perfect run there and not drop a single game, make their way to the grand finals, which would have been a 21 in total, which would have been absolutely phenomenal if they managed to 3-0 their way to the grand finals. But hey, man, nothing is perfect, right? Nothing can be perfect except for maybe Mindfreak's record at another event.
And here are the guys to watch, Tainted Minds. They got themselves in the grand final before Mindfreak had the chance, and it was a phenomenal series. Who was your player in that winners bracket final from this lineup that impressed you the most, Josh?
I mean, it has to be Dens. You cannot look past Dens. He's the player who's won the most in this entire Asia-Pacific scene. He's earned the most bucks. He's probably one of the most handsome as well. I think this guy obviously stood out in a huge way. The entire Tainted Minds lineup, obviously very, very strong. But yeah, I mean, it is you can't even question whether it was Dan's in that winner's bracket final.
Dude, absolutely. You got to be careful as well. You might cut yourself on that bone structure. That man, he's a handsome devil as well. So not only is he a wizard here at COD, but Josh, big question: can he do this again?
Well, we said he's definitely a wizard. Will he actually turn out to be a guy with the rank of Grand Elf? We will find out very soon, Curry.
Just a few meters away from Dens is his former team, Mindfreak, and let's have a look at that lineup. Excite on your far right was the fill-in for him. We did see Dens leave the team under some dramatic circumstances. They've found themselves in the grand final. Dens had such a dominant performance in the winners bracket final. Josh, can Excite go toe-to-toe with the former Mindfreak player?
I mean, I think he can, but you got to watch out because the snake will bite you, as they may say. That's the reputation he's gathered around the scene, but, you know, much respect still to Dan's. Obviously, a fearsome player here in competitive Call of Duty. You can see the entire lineup on your screen. From Mindfreak, does Excite have what it takes to take on both Dens and the rest of the Tainted Minds lineup? Miles, I definitely think so.
I think you can 100% do that. We've seen Excite do some ungodly things in Call of Duty. You know, he's the kind of player that he really is full of surprises. He's super consistent most of the time, very rarely an inconsistent player. You know, he's ultimately one of the region's finest. You know, Mindfreak wouldn't have picked him up if that wasn't the case.
Let's check out the maps that these 8 players will be competing on in your grand final. Kicking it off is a Scorch Hardpoint. Mindfreak have been flexing their Hardpoint muscles all weekend long, Miles. Is this first map going to really give a key indication on how this grand final is going to go down?
Well, it should do, Curry, absolutely. I mean, the only team that's been able to come close, if not best Mindfreak, in respawn game types, particularly in Hardpoint, is, of course, Tainted Minds. You know, we keep hammering on about how great Mindfreak are at their respawns, and they still are, arguably, one of the best in the region, but the only team to make them bleed in this one is TM.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this thing. Wish your rig draft. It is grand final time here in Sydney, Australia for your CWL Sydney Open 1. Who do you have taking this one out? It's a battle of the minds. Join the conversation on social media. Hashtag CWL Sydney. Is Tainted Minds going to pull out the upset and be the new kings of the Australian and New Zealand scene? Or are Mindfreak going to pull that crown away from them? Looking through the map, it is a hard point to break things off. Josh, how influential is this first map going to be on the overall series?
Obviously, it's going to be huge, Curry, because we're going to be seeing Mindfreak try and fight back after they're down. Miles, I feel like what we've done here and what this series represents is 2 gladiators in a ring, but what you've done is you've thrown a sword to Tainted Minds and just given Mindfreak a pat on the bum and said, good luck.
Good luck, brother. The Emperor's got a thumbs up or a thumbs down waiting for either one of those guys, and we'll see just what the Emperor has in store for these gladiators going into this one. Josh, the Colosseum is set. It is going to be breakout. Oh, man, I'm excited.
It's
not
going to be
dumbass,
Scorch. You can be a little silly sometimes.
I'm just
Miles.
excited.
He's
Who
very
could blame me?
excited. I'll try and contain him, guys, but no promises. He might let the cat out of the bag.
I'm going to take my shoes off.
Oh, get all comfortable up in
Get
here.
comfy. We're going to be here all night, I think.
I think so, if Mindfreak have anything to say about it. As a reminder, folks, if you are playing at home, you like a little bit of trivia, the way the format goes, Mindfreak need to win 2 best of 5s as they are coming from the losers bracket. So even if they do get the jump here, they need to do it again. As Curry mentioned, it's something Optic almost did against eGaming over in the United States at the last CWL event there before Paris. Now, moving into this one, Mindfreak, they have the uphill battle, but they are, until now, on LAN, the reigning champions. Here in this matchup, of all matchups, the Gladiators will go head-to-head. And as we've already said, Tainted Minds, they have their sword, but Mindfreak just picked up a stick. Can they shape it into a spear?
Fashion it, if you will, into a pointy object and shiv their opponents. We'll find out now as Hardpoint gets underway on Scorch. Not breakout, you jackass. We're going to kick this one off with damage. Let's see if he can't do just that. It's going to be an early gambit here on that Hardpoint, and Excite takes down Shocks. Not the best start you want for a blue fan, but look at that. 2 kills apiece. 3 kills if you count Nimble. He's on his own, but look at the flank. He's going to get 1. He's going to get the... Nope, doesn't make it happen, but Nimble trying to keep it real for his team. Getting spooked by dead bodies. You know, he's gunning.
Yeah, Nimble is definitely gunning. He picked up one. He scratched the back of Mindfreak. It felt comfy for them. Gave them a little bit of a wake-up as we're going to be moving into the second hardpoint in about 30 seconds. This is going to be a very intense hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee it, as we are still on board with Nimble. He picked up one before being dropped. 3 players from Tainted Minds taken down. Mindfreak coming out swinging. Buzzo here, 3 and 2. Picking up kills. No donuts in this one, Sonny.
Nah, he's had enough of his donuts. There was plenty of S&D rounds, and Buzzo seems to be a man possessed now. He's fully ready to give it to Tainted Minds. 23-17 at this point. Buzzo's still going hard. Can he find another one? He is absolutely propped and ready for this one. Grand Finals time, baby, and he's turned up to play.
Yeah, with the donuts he had before, he was obviously bulking. Now he's on a cut. We'll hopefully be seeing more of him very soon. Shox here. He's going to be holding the hard point. Mindfreak still picking up points. Mindfreak Dirt versus Tainted Minds. Round 2, this is what we're looking for here, ladies and gentlemen. And as these gladiators do go head-to-head, it looks like the shiv they've fashioned has been going well for them so far. But Tainted Minds swinging with that sword, and it's looking good. They're fighting back here. Mindfreak, this is, look, they've got the pressure on, and they've got the early lead. But Miles, this is head-to-head. Tainted Minds now coming back. We're going to slow it down because it's getting pretty intense. 2 kills for Mindfreak, 2 kills for Tainted Minds. They're just trading out. It is back and forth madness here.
Look, this is the way the other hardpoint went in the first series they played in Winners Bracket Final. It was shot for shot, blow for blow, hardpoint for hardpoint, and then eventually Tainted Minds changed something up and they managed to just pull away. Are we going to see a similar play happen here? TM have just managed to take the lead, 54-37, and rising. This next hardpoint is going to prove crucial. You can see the fights going down for spawns now. Excite takes down Zeus. Zeus gets Fighter. Excite gets Nimble as well. So Excite, a couple of kills to his name, but he does get brought down. But look, that one fell straight into the hands of MF, and now a cheeky little run from Dens, who has literally been the Achilles heel of this entire lineup so far, is going to be able to help TM get that one back for themselves. MF, though, Josh, never say die.
That's right. I mean, I saw Buzzo with that very nice rotation earlier, and before he died, Excite spawned up, able to clear out this hardpoint from the Tainted Minds players, and all 4 down there inside the hangar. It is the hangar of death here for Tainted Minds as Mindfreak stamped their name on it, trying to hold this one down and get the lead back from Tainted Minds, who came out very strong at the beginning of this hardpoint. I want to watch it from Tainted Minds' point of view, as Damage is going to be pushing out and trying getting control of this hardpoint with 15 seconds left, though, Miles. You know, this one is just about the scrap points and then trying to get the spawns and the rotation for the next one over towards Drill.
Yeah, TM so far, I mean, doing their best they can to clean up those scrap points, but look, Mindfreak's so good at breaking in those setups and getting those tiny little morsels of score points. Every little helps when you're playing teams of this caliber, and they know that those plays matter. Now, of course, it is so important that they get those kills on the rotation, secure the spawns for the next hardpoint, and it seems that they've done just that. TM now full control. They do have that hardpoint. You can see the break coming from Mindfreak. 2 players coming on through that cave side. They're going to be on cliff any second now, and the shots are going to be ringing out. Buzzo's going to make that sort of side play. Big nade goes out. Can he make something happen? Doesn't find any tags, so now he's going to make the play. Charges in. He has the help of his teammates. Full knowledge of where these members of TM are, but look at this. A lot of time being spent. They're not going to waste this opportunity to cut the setup clean in half, and now you can see Buzzo rocking on through. Big shots. He's winning these major gun battles, and now that's control of the hardpoint.
Yeah, and that was obviously a huge gun battle to win versus Zeus. They got control there, but keep in mind, it is Tainted Minds still in the lead, so holding on to the scrap points of this drill hardpoint is going to be big, as is the rotation back towards the middle of the map. Because these hardpoints are so close, you can keep fighting for these scrap points right down to the very last second, but obviously spawns are a huge deal, and getting control of mid-map is big. That's why Nimble is fighting up the top. He was along the wall run, and now they're going to be working over towards Bridge once again in the middle of the map. Shots ringing out for Nimble, but Excite too good for him, and Fighter is going to be in here as well. But this currently right now for Mindfreak is the Excite and Buzzo show. Buzzo does go down, Fighter racking up the points now, and now the lead, and again it has a huge part to deal, it is obviously a huge thing for Excite, picking up all these kills, allowing Mindfreak to hold this one down. But as I say that, Tainted Minds back in control and also hit this triple digits to come this far and be, you know, neck and neck, about to take over the lead once again. Tainted Minds, if they can hold out, this is such a close match.
Speaking of close, we've got Zeus now super close to his payload. He's on a 3-kill streak. Big shots coming out from Nimble. Nimble and Shox trade. Buzzo on the back end of that kill. Big nades there from Shox, taking down 2 players and a teammate, so that's a ton of kills for him. And again, we've got Mindfreak back on the respawn now. TM are spawning out in these final seconds of Bridge. They're going to see what they can do for this next one. This is exciting. Your screen with FTL ready in his back pocket, but he gets captured out there by Nimble, laying in wait in the corner for him. So big kills there. This is going to be the opening gambit that they needed. TM have just taken the lead, 120-111. It is neck and neck between these 2 teams, Josh. We're going down to a photo finish.
I think we are, as Fido and Buzzo are just trying to fight their way to the hard point. Those 2 couldn't quite get there, but luckily Excite could. He is going to have that FDL jump when he does need it, but you can see here Tainted Minds converging from all sides. I want to watch it from Zeus's point of view. He's coming in from the main cut. You can see he's going to get some shots out over near this head glitch. Get some shots out. He does support his teammates. Den's still alive in here. He's going to drop. Where is Nimble? He's working his way cross map. You can see all players were down. So obviously Tainted Minds with 20 seconds left, they kind of have to give this one up, Miles, and work towards this next rotation.
Man, Mindfreak, they played that one so well. The slides were coming out and the trades back and forth. It fell in the favor of Mindfreak, and they're still getting that hill time now. 27 points in the lead, 148 and 149, and climbing now to Tainted Minds 120. This is a beautiful turnaround for MF. They had the lead in the beginning. TM have just managed to pull it back, and now Mindfreak, they're on the steed, and they're whipping away that horse, and these gladiators are now charging around the arena, and damage. 3 in a row for him. Huge stuff. He's holding those players back from the rear, and now look at this. Tainted Minds with a big chunk of time on this hard point.
Yeah, I mean, you was talking about Mindfreak taking the reins, but Tainted Minds have kicked them off, and here they are getting control of this hard point and coming back in a big way. Just as much as Mindfreak controlled Turbine, the hangar now belongs to Tainted Minds. They've scratched off the Mindfreak graffiti, and their Tainted Minds, they're renovating and making it green-themed, baby, as Tainted Minds are coming back in this one. Mindfreak fighting hard. Shox and Buzzo teaming up, and Buzzo trying to play for his life here, but it's all about Shox. He's going to have that camo play for whenever he's ready for it. Expect that one to come out maybe soon. He's on a 3-kill streak, working for that Trinity rocket. He's 3 kills away, maybe less, depending what kind of points he can rack up. Mindfreak in front by 20, 9 seconds for the rotation. Zeus is fighting for it in the middle. He takes down Excite, and this is going to be a huge rotation over to Drill. For Mindfreak, it's Fighter who's fighting for it.
Mindfreak now 179, 147. We've got that new hardpoint in control of Tainted Minds. Shox going huge, 19 and 10. He's on a 3-kill streak, along with Buzzo on a 2 of his own. So kill streaks are plenty now for the boys in blue. 157 and climbing TM with control of the hardpoint, but they're gonna have to contend with these members of Mindfreak pushing on through. Camo still in the backhands of Shox. Damage gets one. Dens gets the second. Shox going down to damage again. So damage, a real thorn in the side of Mindfreak. Brick wall of defense, just too damn strong, and beautiful plays there from Nimble, also cutting down Excite's FTL drive. And look at that score. We're back to all even Stevens between these two teams, Josh. This is unprecedented. TM not letting this one slip away.
Huge plays from both sides. I want to circle back by 30 seconds. Shox was on a 5-kill streak. He still has a hold of that camo. I would have loved to have seen him use that to try and get the points to work towards those bigger score streaks. Alas, he is a smarter player than I'll ever be, so he's got something in mind, and hopefully we'll be seeing that play soon, as there's only 10 seconds separating these teams. Mindfreak at the rotation, in control. They're going to have a player in mid. It's going to be Shox. He's been getting streak after streak, 2-kill streak right now off this one. 23 and 12, nearly double positive against the Tainted Minds squad, and he's not done yet. Going huge here, 4 kills in a row, 150 from that Trinity. Getting these streaks are going to be massive. Mindfreak are 40 seconds away from victory, and Shox is still alive here in this bridge hardpoint. The odds are stacked against him. He's kneecapping people, amputating limbs. Shox 5 in a row. Trinity rocket going for full streak, 75 points for that bombardment, and Mindfreak are really showing their colors right here. Although it's blue, they're feeling anything but. Shox almost into full streaks, 26-13, playing some of the games of his life right here. 3 players down for Tainted Minds. Mindfreak looking to come back here in the grand final, CWL Sydney Open 1.
Mindfreak, they bend, but they do not break. 235 to 184. Josh, we are certainly going to be going down to a photo finish. New hardpoint now on the rotation. MF are in full control. We've got 237 and climbing, but here comes Nimble. He's got a bit of a drop on these players. Perfect kill dead. Can't make it the second one happen. Excite, just a little too fast for him. There's the contest. 240 now. It is all Excite. The young man is going off on the main stage. His war cry can be heard throughout the halls. They're 5 seconds away now from sealing the deal here, but Mindfreak have just fallen. TM now in control of Turbine, and we're back to square one.
We've seen comebacks from worse odds, but Mindfreak back in control with 30 seconds left. Mindfreak are gonna take the first hardpoint, 250 to 192. This is what Mindfreak need to kick off this series. A nice dominating hardpoint, but look, we're up in the air, Miles. Let's bring it back to earth. Mindfreak had this exact same series lead in the winners bracket final. In fact, they had it by a far greater margin, and they still managed to lose that one.
Anything can happen, Josh. Yeah, we called it, man. This was a fairly similar repeat of the last series. The last one was actually 250 to 109, so it's not that far away. Anything could change in this series.
anything can happen. That is what we have learned today from Championship Sunday here at CWL Sydney 1. That was a fantastic hard point by Mindfreak, and they go up in the potentially the first series of the grand final if it goes the distance and they keep it up. Running through these highlights, guys, Mindfreak had such fantastic trades and such solid rotations towards the end of it, just outclassing Tainted Minds.
Oh man, really, we saw some insane plays from Shox. He was the man putting up the numbers. You know, from the very beginning of the game, he got streaked out with that Trinity rocket after a phenomenal run halfway through the hard points there. It was all about that bridge hard point. It was just so damn rancid curry. You know, he got kill after kill. He was amputating fools. He was cutting limbs up. You know, and once he got those kills, it was pretty much game over. Kill streaks came out, and he really bought a ton of time. And the same can be said for Excite, clutching up when he really needed to down by Turbine. Nimble got the drop on him, and he got a beautiful two-piece despite being in the disadvantaged position.
It's interesting that you bring up Excite because sometimes during that map, it felt as though he was running in recklessly solo by himself. Is that a little bit of inexperience that's starting to play a bit of an effect for him?
Look, maybe not inexperienced, but Cody's just excited, man. This is grand finals time. I'm pretty sure this is actually his very first grand finals. He wouldn't have, I don't think he's made it to a GF before. Maybe you'll have to quote me on that one, because let's face it.
All the way back in ACL 2015 Melbourne, and that was a pickup team. So it's been a while.
That was
Excite.
Before my time.
Yeah, way before any of this stuff or the CWL was a thing. But Mindfreak, they gathered the majority of their hill time in that hangar. They got that money hill locked down. That was such a huge factor into walking away with this map.
Shox. It was amazing gameplay, and he's always been one of the best, if not the best player in the Asia-Pacific region. I have no qualms at all in saying that he's definitely got to be in the top 2 or 3 players, and he just showed how talented he really is. If that wasn't world-class gameplay, I don't know what is.
Well, that is map number 1 done for this potential first series best of 5. We're moving into Retaliation, Search and Destroy. We saw it in the winners bracket final. Miles, Mindfreak walked away with the win. Do we reckon that's going to happen again?
It was a 6-2. That is a very convincing win in a Search and Destroy as far as I'm concerned. Whether they can repeat that, I mean, Tainted, they're jacked up, man. I'm not sure if they can get 6-2 again, but hey, Mindfreak, anything can happen.
They then move on to Precinct Uplink. So if they walk away with this Search and Destroy, which we've seen them beat Tainted Minds on once, who's to say they can't do it again? Moving into an Uplink where Mindfreak are so favored, especially on Precinct. Josh, do you see if this Search and Destroy goes towards Mindfreak, this could be a quick first series 3-0?
I mean, it could happen that way. We shall have to see. Mindfreak with a great start, 250-192. The Retaliation, Search and Destroy up next.
The one player from Tainted Minds I feel like we should watch, though, is Damage. He had some clutch situations during that hard point. Unfortunately, wasn't able to clutch up enough for his team and get the map victory. But during that hangar rotation, we saw him getting that massive 3-piece to stop the guys from Mindfreak breaking in. He has to go big in this Search and Destroy, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, the player I'm really looking out for going big in this Search and Destroy is going to be Nimble. He had a very poor showing in the winners bracket final on this map against this team, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him turn his game around. And we want to see the Nimble of day 1 getting fully streaked out and wiping out teams with entire bombardments. He was an absolute savage.
So glad you brought that up. I was just about to mention Nimble had a fantastic day 1 and day 2. He was the standout from that Tainted Minds lineup. Now that we're seeing them go against these higher caliber teams, Josh, do you feel as though he's dropping off a bit?
Nimble's never dropping off, man. I mean, he can be inconsistent at times, but he's always going to be one of those tier 1 players. And, you know, when he's really backed against the wall, I feel like I've said that too much, but it kind of is true. He's definitely going to be a very aggressive player. And Miles, when push comes to shove, Nimble's always been one of those players to really step it up when needed.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see him do that in this series. You know, he was crucial to the victory in their 6-0 in the final match of the first winner bracket final game. Nimble was 100% one of the absolute key players in that one in their 6-0 they had there on Throwback S&D. But we'll see if they can bring the same kind of thunder here in Retaliation. Game 2 of the grand finals, baby. It is Mindfreak up against Tainted Minds. Tainted Minds coming through the winners bracket, so we need to see Mindfreak win 2 best of fives. They're one game up here in the first series so far, so they only need 2 more before it's back to even Stevens.
You know, at the absolute bare minimum, Miles, they need to win 6 maps. You know, after a very long day, a very long 3 days of competition for both teams, this is going to be, you know, quite the marathon. And even at its shortest, we're still going to be here seeing a lot of action from Mindfreak.
Dude, this is a tantric COD marathon for the boys in Mindfreak. Do they have the stamina to hold out until the end?
I haven't been trained in that, you know, I'm a little worried for the stamina in the end, and I'm not sure if they can hold out either. We shall see, but Mindfreak may just explode out of the gates here against Tainted Minds. But Tainted Minds are the ones who won the winners bracket final. We talk so much about Mindfreak. Again, we need to show some love to Tainted Minds and credit where credit is due. They may just topple the champions here at Mindfreak. Don't forget, the last time we saw these two teams play a Search and Destroy, it was 6-0 to Tainted Minds.
That's a huge scoreline. Really, like that's pub stomp level of scoreline, and it really felt that way. Mindfreak now going into this one, Josh. Look, as you said, they have to win so many games. And this Search and Destroy is just one of many. I mean, if they can keep up the pace, if they can keep up the energy, they can make that dream happen. And if anyone can do it, it's the boys in blue, Mindfreak. Make some noise in the crowd if you want to see a Mindfreak victory. If you want to see TM, make some noise as well. Let's blow the roof off of ESL Sydney. This has been an insane event so far, Josh. Grand finals are going nuts. I'm ready to blow up. Don't know about you, but I think a nap is required.
Dude, I mean, we're going to need something. I don't know what. We're going to be seeing Nimble and Excite both trading kills at the beginning here. 3v3. There was one hiding in the bars. Sometimes, you know, people get a little bit violent up in bars, and you can see Tainted Minds are definitely one of those ones swinging. You can see here, Buzzer's going to be catching one, but he's going to be left all alone. And this is a little bit of deja vu. And you can see there, it's, you know what, they say deja vu is a change in the Matrix, and Mindfreak seem to be stuck in it, and Tainted Minds are the agents coming for their demise.
Dun 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 dun. That music was so good, man. The Matrix, what a good film, Josh.
It was a great
Speaking of
film.
the Matrix, that was a nice slow motion kill there from Nimble, winning that first round for Tainted Minds. They're 1 up on the board. How are MF going to answer back? Let's see how they break this one off. Stick this one. Who do you want to start with, Josh? You want to go with? Let's go with Zeus. Le Zeus. See
Well,
how TM play this. Looks like a 2-2 split.
I
Oh,
would agree
maybe.
with you any other time, but we were chatting about Nimble just before, and with the bomb carrier
I love
and
this.
being 3-0, I wanted to just see how he's going to play this. But look at this, very slowed down. I actually now want to completely change sides and have a look at Buzzo, who's watching over bridge, just trying to get some kind of view on Tainted Minds, and he's going right back into Graves, hopefully not digging his own while he's there. It's Tainted Minds taking their time to move up. And, yeah, I mean, Nimble's going to be moving slowly over towards B, and Mindfreak all stacked up on A. No one's going to be down here, so Nimble, he doesn't know it yet, but he should be in a great position. But here, Shox is. He realizes no one's watching over B. A is now swarmed by the rest of his team. He should be expecting the B plant any second, and watch these blue arrows converge on B as soon as the bomb is planted. Oh, shots ringing out. Beautiful awareness from the Tainted Minds players. Let's see how they collapse here. Dens, he's going to be in bike shop. Excite's pushing out over onto the plat and outside of bar. Now the defuse needs to happen. Fighter's going to be picking up the first kill on damage, dropping down to low street. Fighter Excite is now going to be pushing in there. Lots of shots, and he does pick up the kill. Fighter gets another one as well. That means it's going to be Zeus all left alone, and he's taken down as well. We're going to be seeing Fighter. He should be getting the defuse. He's got the most kills. In fact, it is going to be Shox to get that defuse, and now we're going to be seeing Mindfreak tie things up here in this Search and Destroy.
Such an interesting round. It was a 3-man push towards A, but the bomb was going to B from Nimble. And then when TM, they moved out, they managed to... Mindfreak took the bait, and all 4 players moved towards A, but then Shox, ever vigilant, such a heads-up play, went back towards B, and he caught the glimpse of those players there. And then there must have been a sale on in the bike shop or something, because all of them were just huddled up in there checking out the prices on those funny little lycra tops you see those guys wearing on the side of the road. I'll never understand why people love cycling so much, but hey, that's just me on round 3, Josh.
Maybe Scrism stole all their bikes, and they're going to be going in there going for more. You know, that might be a possibility. I'm only kidding, Scrism. I love you, man. Mindfreak versus Tainted Minds. We're into round number 3 here. Championship Grand Final. Round number 3, Buzzo. He's going to be the bomb carrier this time. Switching things up here over in Mindfreak. And, Miles, what's Buzzo's score?
He's still got no kills, Josh.
Okay, thanks for that. Just thought I'd go for a pulse check. Fighter, he's got that E-Rad. pushing out of the lobby. He might spot one, and he keeps going. Gets one, gets two as well. Fighter taking down both Nimble and Damage. Mindfreak in a great position to get two back-to-back. But Dens, he's yet to get a kill himself, and he's teaming up with Zeus. This is a mean combo here for Tainted Minds, and they can push out a lot of damage on Mindfreak. But of course, Mindfreak with a huge advantage. The numbers are definitely stacked against Tainted Minds.
Oh, Fighter, absolutely flawless from him. He may have actually got both of those kills, Josh. I think that was probably an ace from the young man. Let's have a quick look. Oh, it was. Fighter, you absolute savage, man. That's a full ace.
It is, and you know that obviously means working towards those streaks as well.
Yeah, he's not going to be far off of that one. And is he running camo for his team? I'm not sure, or at least reactive. So we'll have a quick look at that one. Yeah, he's not too far for that reactive as well. So that was a really big play. 125 away from that, from the Trinity Rocket, and that was a really big win for Mindfreak there. Tainted now on offense. We'll have a look at Nibble, see what he does with that bomb. Totally different strategy this round. Looking for a very strong three-man stack through mid. We've got one player there on the scaffolding. Shots going out. Dens and Zeus win their respective fights, and that's going to be a two-man advantage to the boys in green. Mindfreak now on the back foot. They're going to plant their bomb, Josh, and make a play happen.
Indeed they are. I love this back and forth action, Miles, you know. I mean, they're down 2-4, and now they take out Dens, and Dens obviously was the biggest threat, and it seems like they're really... It could be just coincidence, Miles, but Dens seems to be dying a lot first, and it looks like he's being targeted. If I didn't know better by Mindfreak, it could have just been positioning, but... You know, they're doing so well. Fighter, although he's out of this series after 3 rounds, nearly at the end of the 4th, he's already got 6 kills up. This is going to be a nail-biting finish here. The long-range E-Rad, not good enough, and Tainted Minds entering back after Mindfreak eliminated there. K-Bar probably would have been a little bit better as Nimble had here, and he finishes it off with a hell of a 2-piece.
I wanted Nimble to pick up the pieces as he did there. That was nothing like the Nimble of the first series winners bracket final. That was glorious shots. Snapped straight onto Cody to excite as he flew through the air there. Jetpack out. E-Rad, he got the hits in, but at that range, it's a very, very tough fight to win. He just checked left for a second. He went full right, hoping the player would be in the corner, but it didn't quite work out for him now. Watching on board with Mindfreak on the offense. They've got 3 stacked towards A. Oh man, it's all going down. Here we go, Josh. There's going to be a huge melee happening on A. It's 2 kills apiece for both sides. Buzzo is all alone. He's been completely wiped out. Mindfreak now is just one man. Nades are perfect. They've got the tags. They know he's going to be there, and you can see them like sharks in the water. The blood has been smelt. They're going to hunt this player down. It's a 2v1 situation. Tainted can't lose this as long as they stack up and go for the trade. How is this one going to go? Buzzo wisely backing up. He wants to find some form of tactical advantage. And look, he's running that warfight. He's got Scavenger now. He's actually got his lethal grenade back. He still has got his tactical, the jammer in his back pocket. Brilliant stuff from Buzzo. You know, his teammates died, but what a sacrifice it was.
And the way Tainted Minds are moving, they obviously didn't know that the bomb was dropped over near A, and Buzzo with a great advantage now. When I say advantage, it actually may work against him. Buzzo versus Dens. Dens spots him. Shots out with that E-Rad though. Buzzo's going to know exactly where he is. Chasing him there. He's hungry for it. You mentioned a shark. He smells blood. Dens now moving out. Oh man, it's going to be one way or the other. This really is a 50-50 chance. Oh, and here we go. Dens spots him. Buzzo, will he get the turn? They know where each other is. Buzzo goes out to challenge. He needed the kill, Miles. Dens challenges, picks up the kill. As I said, that could have went either way.
Yeah, solid round from Buzzo. He was in a very, very tough spot. I mean, Mindfreak, they obviously didn't gamble on the fact that absolutely everyone from Tainted was going to be pushing bridge as well. And when it all went down to it, it was a big win from Tainted on the trade front. Look, sometimes the stocks aren't exactly in your favor. It was Wall Street over on that bridge, Josh. There was stocks flying, people trading everything. Well, Buzzo, he wound up bankrupt all alone in that exchange.
Yeah, I mean, Tainted Minds are the Jordan Belfort of Wall Street. You know, they seem definitely to be the Wolves in this scenario as they're ahead 3-2. Dens, objective carriers. Nimble and Zeus are both on 5 kills apiece, and both have their payload ready. You're going to have an FTL jump here for Zeus as he's picking up the kill. And over here, you've got an active camo for Nimble as well. Damage and Zeus both picking up kills, which means Excite left all alone. A 1 versus 4. This is going to be a true ace if he can take it, but when he's tagged up like that, he's not going nowhere. Tainted Minds had his number. He's called out. And Tainted Minds are going to put their order in at the deli. I don't know. I heard number called out. That's what I went for.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. You like that, Miles?
Could have been at the...
could have been delivered better.
Could have been at the DMZ, or what we call this service, New South Wales. So we call it in Sydney. Number 24. And you go down and you get your license, you know the place. You been there?
Yeah, I've been there, man.
I'm still a tourist, really, but I've had to do it a few times. Here we go, 4 rounds to 2. Tainted Minds in the lead. They're 1 game away now from match point. Stick this one off with Shocks. He's been having a good run so far. Fighter been the hero for Mindfreak, 7 and 4 with some very clutch kills. Nimble and Zeus on the other side of the board, both going 6 and 3, 6 and 4 respectively. Now this is very typical of Mindfreak. Early plant, very, very aggressive, going to force the play to happen. And it looks like it is going to go down. Fighter, though, he has got no idea. There's plays on the other side of those doors, and if they can hear him knocking, that's not a call he wants to answer. Still with Shocks, nades out, no one's dead yet. But there's definitely going to be, the plant now is going to force the hand of Tainted. They need to make something happen. They've got 30 seconds now. Shots out. Zeus gets dropped early on there. Fighter winning that one. Fighter now continuing the run. Beautiful kills on Nimble as well.
Fighter was the bomb carrier in previous rounds. He dropped the bomb and decided to carry the team instead. 9 and 4, 2-kill streak as well. And you can see here, Den's left the only one alive here on Tainted Minds. He's going to start going to work. Picks up the clutch kill. Goes for a second as well. But it is going to be Fighter still carrying the team in yet another S&D. And Mindfreak are not out of this yet. Tainted Minds, I feel, are the superior squad on this search and destroy, but they don't have the one and only Fighter.
X Factor right there. He's got that special something. 4-3. Mindfreak's bringing it back. Oh, look, Fighter, man. If he had given Dens like a second longer, if he was just out of position, that'd have been another kill.
What's the TV show where they hit the buzzer and the chair turns around? Like, I think it's The Voice.
Yeah,
look, I'm hitting that buzzer. I'm turning around for Fighter. Definitely want his number, that's for sure. Now, well, that sounded a little bit, yeah, well, why not? I want his number. Come on, let's be friends, Fighter. Dan's going to be putting this bomb down. 14 of Minds. It's planted. All players are up. The camo's been activated. Who's that going to be right there?
Nimble.
Let's have a quick look. It was Nimble. Nimble, he picked up one. That was Fighter who got dropped. Let's have a quick look how Shocks is going to react to this with that bomb planted. He needs to get the defuse. He needs to take down 4 very mean and very angry Tainted Minds players. You can see he's got his teammate running point for him. That's going to be Buzzo. Nades inside of the bedroom. He tags one up and he's dropped. Now it's down to Excited Shocks. Excite mate clutch up here. He's the hero for Mindfreak and he does get the clutch defuse. That's going to be leaving Mindfreak tying things up. It doesn't matter if your team dies. You can be the hero that defuses the bomb.
Mindfreak were down a man in that round, and Tainted went completely 4-man to the market. There must have been something going down, Josh. The fresh apples had just come in, and they were hungry for him because there was no need for them all to leave the bomb site. And then in comes sneaky Mindfreak. Easy peasy diffuses for them. Fighter now, still 450. He's got that Scarab. He's got his reactive armor if he needs it. He's going 8 and 5. He's been having a great run so far. Nimble gets the first blood. He actually gets 2 on Shocks and Excite. They're both going to go down. Fighter and Buzzo last 2 alive. Fighter going 10 and 5 though. Don't rule him out just yet. The man is having an absolutely savage game so far. Oh, here comes the peak. He's in the middle of the street just jumping up and down as Buzzo. He's fearless. Absolutely fearless. Doing a lot better than he has been doing in previous S&D rounds. Tied up 4-4 right now. They do not want to concede. That is going to be match point at 5.
Just watching Fighter here as well on the mini-map, working his way around the dancing around Tainted Minds. Plays spots 2, gets one in the back as well. That's going to be 2 big kills to tie things up in the player count. Fighter 12 and 5, while the closest player to him on his team is actually Buzzo on 3 kills. Buzzo is actually able to get the bomb as well, and Fighter still going for shots, and both of these guys working towards A, but here we go. Damage, the hero that Tainted Minds need. Watch this kill cam, because that was redonkulous plays. Tainted Minds 1 round away for victory. I thought that was going to be the fairy tale. Even gets the snap in there as well. Damage trying to now step up into this double D combos. He and Dan's going nuts. Man, I can't help but feel for Fighter. Like, you know, he's got a bad back. This has been a lot of heavy weight he's carrying. Buzzo's a big boy, but, I mean, at least he's stepping up in this one. Look at how vastly spread these KDs are. I mean, KDs aren't everything, especially in a search and destroy, but Fighter, it definitely says something mean about his gameplay. It's huge.
Big stack from all the boys in green. You saw those little cheeky ninjas flying through the tree lines. That was some Naruto gear right there. Zeus gets the first kill on Excite. That's going to be the first blood. Mindfreak down now. Tainted on match point. This will tie them up in the series if they can get this.
Just having a look here at how they're maneuvering. Shocks is going to be coming up into the market. He's at the top market, nading out over to Graves. Dens, he's going to get this bomb down, and you can see Fighter's the closest to him. Fighter trying to get the kill, and he does get the reactive armor kill. Has to back up as he hits his 13th kill of the game, and he ties up, the player count. Got to watch Shocks, though, as he's moving out towards that tank. There is going to be a player there, spots him, shots ringing out. He's going to be challenging here. And there's a couple of players all around him. He fires forward. Fighter's going to be with him, backing him up. They trade out kills. Fighter drops. It's all up to Buzzo. 1v2. He works, gets one. Can he clutch up on the last player? He needs to get the defuse as well. 15 seconds left. This is going to be a hard fight. I actually want to watch this from Den's point of view. Den spots him. He knows he's there. This is going to be too hard for Buzzo. He needs to go to the fuse. Easy kill for Den. Tainted Minds take out the search and destroy to tie up this best of 5, 1-1. And I must stress, Tainted Minds only need to win one series here. So this means they are 2 maps away from being the CWL Sydney Open 1 champions here. Wow, what a series it has been.
Man, you can't fault that gameplay from Dens. He forced the 1v1 against Buzzo. Buzzo doing an amazing job of tying that one, catching that player from Tainted off guard. But look, man, Dens, he went back. He got some shots out, he let him know where he was, and then he played the clock. And you saw the second it hit 7, he pounced like a freaking tiger, man, and immediately caught Buzzo with his pants down. He had to get the disarm. It was the only way he was possibly going to get the win on the round there. So Buzzo doing the only thing he could, falling straight into the trap that Dens had set. Beautiful stuff from the boys there in green.
Such an important round and map for Tainted Minds to take, and they clutch up when it is needed. Going through these highlights of the game, this could have gone either way towards the end there, guys. Tainted Minds had so much momentum, especially after, though, the Ninja Defuse that Excite got in round 8. Like, you would have expected Mindfreak after that to just made it a 6-4.
I think it's super possible that could have happened. I mean, 6-4 would have been an ideal result for the boys in Mindfreak. You know, Tainted just looking a little too strong. A couple of choice moments like this one, Excite by checking corner first, as he should have done. You know, they were on the other side. It was a 50-50 guess. That's the problem with checking corners, and the amount of clutch kills from Buzzo, and just frankly, you know, it was not too much between each round, but Tainted just getting the upper hand in a lot of the situations.
Fighter from Mindfreak had a phenomenal map, but what more can you ask from one of your players? He just dropped some insane numbers. Great 2 pieces constantly throughout it. The rest of his team, Josh, letting him down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so as well. But, you know, obviously a team effort there. So the entire team going down. Fighter, though, absolute superstar here in these search and destroys. And, you know, he's always been great at pretty much every game type, but I never picked him as the S&D guy. You know, I've always seen Shocks really being the guy to step up in most game types, especially the search and destroy.
That was a 1v4 Ninja Defuse. It wasn't like there was only 1 or 2 players on the map. There was a full squad of boys in green hunting him down and still managed to get the round. But here is your final engagement. Dens was able to get revenge on his former teammate, shoot some bodies. Tainted Minds, they're in this series, guys, and up next is an Uplink on Precinct. They needed that search and destroy, and they came up clutch when it was needed.
Indeed, they did. The Precinct Uplink is going to be big. Mindfreak, very, very good at this map, though, Miles, so don't be surprised if they can turn this one around.
It's very, very likely that MF are going to be able to make some noise here. Again, Precinct Uplink, any Uplink, they're very, very favored on. Going into the previous series, it was, I would want to say it was pure luck, but it was a big, big win for the likes of Tainted Minds to actually make the win happen there. We'll change that graphic on screen, guys, in just a moment. But yeah, the last one was a real close game on the Throwback Hardpoint. Winning by 1 point is one thing, but now you've got to hit this one hard, especially if you're Tainted Minds, because you need to win this Uplink in order to push the series in your favor and take that big win.
The slow, passive AR gameplay that Tainted Minds used in that search and destroy was a pivotal reason why they were able to walk away, was that Mindfreak were unable to really adapt to that. It wasn't until round 7, round 8 that we actually saw them get a plant down just because of how passive Tainted Minds were. Moving into a new game mode and a much, much smaller map, Josh, they're going to have to change things up.
Indeed they are. Fighter was the hero they needed in that search and destroy. He's also going to be the drop bear for the squad. Let's see if we can utilize that shockwave somewhere throughout this match. Obviously a huge fan of that rig setup there. Now, Miles, as we've talked about many times now, Tainted Minds, they've already won the winners bracket final. They can smell victory, and it will be the first time in a couple of years that Mindfreak will have been taken down on Aussie soil.
Yeah, I mean, that is an incredible record to have. Really, really impressive stuff from them. If it's going to happen, Tainted Minds have really got to make a big noise here in the Uplink. They're tied 1-1 in the series so far. This second game is going to be proved to be absolutely pivotal, especially if they want to push this as far as they can. You come through winners bracket, you've got that extra entire best of 5 as a safety net. You can let a couple of games slip. You really shouldn't be against the caliber of a team of this caliber. But frankly, Josh, you know, I think as a Tainted Minds player, you're feeling pretty confident at this stage.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, they've got that fire in their belly. There's always this stigma around only winning online tournaments, and that's the only time these guys have ever won against Mindfreak in a final. And here they are, able to finally prove themselves on LAN. I'm kind of picking Tainted Minds to just wrap it up in this, in this series. We'll have to see. But look, Miles, let's talk about the greater impact across the Asia-Pacific scene for this. Mindfreak have been the gods for so long. I kind of think we need this.
I mean, I said this to a couple of guys in the crowd a moment ago. I'm kind of ready for some new champions. Don't get me wrong, man. I've still got my Mindfreak jersey at home. I'm still a big fan. I still love their work. I always will. But I think it's good for a scene. I think it's healthy for a scene to see a little bit of change, you know? Sometimes I like to wear the same t-shirts every single day to work, but it's nice to have a change.
I've got 3 Mindfreak jerseys, 0 Tainted Minds, but that's a shout out to you, Sav. Hook me up, brother. Tainted Minds, though, I really think that they're got a real shot at taking this one, and as I said, I'd like it for the scene. In fact, I think it would be a great thing for Mindfreak to actually lose this series, and it would be great for their future performances. But we shall see. They obviously want the victory. They want that $14,000 first place prize and 10,000 pro points as they move into the final stages here of the season before the Call of Duty World League, the LAN League, I should say. But look at this, 3 players down from Mindfreak. Not anyone left alive, and he's dropped as well. And Tainted Minds, a brilliant start in this Uplink on Precinct.
Look, you know, Dens has already made it to tickets. He's got an open lane now. This looks like it will be an easy dunk. Will he go for the pass? No, he needs to do it himself. No worries at all. 2-0 already for Tainted Minds. We're less than 30 seconds into the game, and they managed to get a score. They're nimble with 2. Oh, good lordy. Absolute carnage, chaos. I almost called it Canage. That'd have been a good one.
Yeah, the Canage coming out of these guys is just unreal. Tainted Minds caught Mindfreak with their pants down, I think. You know, they were just trying to go potty, but Tainted Minds too good. And what are we seeing here? What a start.
Boys in green screaming away so far. Zeus with a nice 2-piece there. It's going to help him secure that mid control. Red will be the next engagement here that happens. Dens gets caught with his pants down there by Fire. Brings him down, and now we've got a big old push happening from the boys in blue. Mindfreak now, they've almost won the battle for Statue, and now that it's over, they need to take that drone and get running on through Park. Here comes the fight. Zeus is in place to try to slow it down, but you can see those blue outlines all over the screen. Zeus is basically the only man in position to slow this down. He needs the help of his team. Beautiful win there on Fire. Absolutely slowing down the slow and steady halt of Mindfreak. They're like a crushing machine, Josh, like a bulldozer, slowly but surely running on through, and Zeus has just put a tiny wrench in the cog of that machine.
That is a very scary bulldozer indeed, but Zeus is fighting now with a 2-kill streak as he gets dropped in with Tainted Minds with a very strong defense. I'd love to see what their comms are like, so thanks to Astro, let's go into a listening with the boys from Tainted Minds.
I'm flanking glass. King on top. Right seat. I'm flanking glass. No, I'm contact. Hold on. One ball. They're pushing stat, guys. Lincoln's on ball. Lincoln's coming to you, Dins. Lincoln's coming to you. He's close. Lincoln's on you guys, by the way. Should be flank. Yeah, I got flank. I got flank. Middle. Yeah, come on. Flank. Get right, Lincoln! Push. Order left. Go. I'm sliding now, yeah? He's far. Oh my god. He's behind us. He's tagged? No. Alright, this one, he's on cube now. He could be flanking left, Jake. Oh no. Can't say cube. He's pushing out. One can be flanking. You get it. I got flank. Let's don't play like bitches, yeah? Yeah, okay. I just push these cunts out, yeah? I too. There's sign. Nice. One can be flanking. One on me. Let's go. He's straight up. Oh fuck. Where's he going? He's shit. I'm playing top take tag. Maybe I'm top take as well, yeah? I'm just playing.
There's one top.
Right. Tag. I'm trying to go top, yeah. I'm literally trying to go top.
His bubble.
Oh, shit. Top. Nice shot. One more. Second. That's fine. Chill. Play yourself. Yeah. Nice, Hayden. Good shot. Nice one close to you. Let's go. One top. Top did. Nice shot. One of you guys go on top. Touch it. Yeah, I got it. Nice. No. He's the ball. I dropped it. He got me. That's fine. Nice, thank you. Hayden, literally start slaying.
Maybe just try and put. Yeah, we need a.
Spawn on portal.
I'm in the corner.
Yeah, good shit, Hayden.
I got one. One more on me.
Yeah. Hayden, where are you going? I got top.
Wait, small up. I'm coming, Renee.
One tall stairs, tag. One top ticket. One top ticket.
Say luck.
Nothing on board.
And there you hear Tainted Minds sound like a bunch of Cockney marketplace stores. 2 for Mindfreak. Hello, how you doing, darling? 2 for yeah, absolute chaos, Josh. But to them, it seems to be working out. They're still up 2-1 right now. Mindfreak managed to get a sneaky throw in while all that was happening. Somehow Zeus let that one slip on through. And can we see if Nimble can get another one? He's just been slowed down ever so slightly by a bit of concrete. But thankfully, Damage was getting 3 pieces in the background. And now it's 4-1 to the boys in green. Tainted Minds looking pretty damn fine in this first round on Precinct.
Yeah, with a minute to go in the first half, that's obviously going to be big. You can see here Mindfreak being picked apart. Unfortunately, Buzzo having another rough game in this one. Fighter trying to do what he can, and with Excite and Shocks both on the even KDs, they're all trying to pull their weight as best as they can. But Tainted Minds are just a tsunami against Mindfreak. And you can see here Damage, both doing what they can, but Damage so far has been a freak in this uplink. Mindfreak, they've got a chance here though. A lot of Tainted Minds were just taken down. They're in very advanced positioning here. They need to play patient. Unfortunately, they just couldn't catch it. And there you can go. The 1 point is going to be intercepted by Zeus as well. They couldn't even get that consolation point, which of course Miles was going to be huge because it would get them within 1 dunk of tying up with Tainted Minds. But instead, Tainted Minds with a very good lead at the end of the first half.
Look, one fantastic strategy for defending your uplink goal is to basically put 3 bodies inside it at the same time. And look, Tainted Minds did that and it paid off for him. You heard the crowd react to that one. It was a perfect throw. It would have gone in, but hey, there are 3 guys blocking the way. What more can you ask for? That was the perfect defensive play. There you see that final kill from Zeus on your screen. Not that it mattered. TM 4-1 up here in halftime. We're going to switch sides and see if MF can do something special to bring this one back. That listening from Tainted Minds here, while sounding truly chaotic, Josh, you know, things are actually pretty clean as far as, you know, their gameplay and how they're responding to one another. So let's see how this round starts off. We've actually got an early grab from Excite, who is going to be able to make that run happen. He's all alone at the moment, but he does have a little bit of a laneway, does go for the throw, and it is good. It's now 2-4. Mindfreak 1 dunk away from tying it up, but we've got TM on the offensive.
16 seconds. That's probably one of the fastest points we've seen here scored in an uplink. Tainted Minds now very much on the back foot, but there are 2 players down for Mindfreak. Tainted Minds can reposition Zeus, being very aggressive. He tried to use that FTL, but he died too quick, so he's not going to be wasting that one. Dense, Scarab, and working towards that Trinity with that 3-kill streak as well. He needs to be careful he's not taken down. He's going to be very aggressive and picks up 1 before he dies. Zeus now moving out. Zeus has also been having a brilliant game. Not quite as good as Dense, arguably, but Dense getting a couple of points on the board obviously gives him the advantage, but a 7-kill streak coming out there from his teammate Damage, who's going to be working into those streaks, just taken down there. Tainted Minds so aggressive, able to move forward with this drone. There may be some points here, especially when they're beating Shocks over the head with the drone. Dead's picking up Buzzo as well. It's at least 1 surely, but these streaks coming into play, and you can see there Mindfreak 2-4. The drone's going to be just stopped right there, and Shocks able to be the hero that Mindfreak need.
Wow, Shocks catching that one just off of the rim. Tainted Minds almost going up by 2 there. Incredibly clutch play from Shocks. That is absolutely what his team needed at this point. This is huge for the likes of Mindfreak. And here comes the offensive from TM. That is a big win there. They managed to get those kills. But look at this fighter with a 2-piece. He's basically just stopped that entire push in his tracks. Incredible stuff from him. And now MF on the offensive. The drone has just landed back on the map. MF have now got to deal with the respawners from Tainted Minds. 1 more cycle, 2 kills at best, and they're going to make the play. Buzzo now. He's in the stocks like a dog, waiting a charge out after that rabbit. And once he gets the call, he's going to make the play happen. And here it goes. There's the pass forward. He's giving it to Cody, who's got 3 kills, and now Fighter goes for the dunk. It's 2 points. It's good. Mindfreak are within 1 of TM.
Mindfreak are now back into the game, and this would be the perfect time to go for an Astro listen-in. Let's see if Mindfreak are going as psycho as we are here at the desk.
He's on the alley, yeah?
Alright, you gotta stay out, you gotta stay out.
Yeah. Hayden ball, fuck. Two ball, gotta be two, right. Hey, Den's flanking, Den's is flanking.
That's one top. Wait, right stairs.
I just showed the card, Den's is flank, guys, Den's is flank.
Yeah, wait, in ball got me, and then Den's flank still.
Hey, statue.
Wait, they're just gonna run straight to our base, because Den's is there. You gotta stay alive.
Absolutely.
Good chip. Nice. Wait, Den's is pushed up.
Yeah, he is. We'll get you back in 2 seconds. Two. Oh, yeah, one.
Nice. I'm on vending.
Go right.
I'm coming with you.
Three down. Fuck.
Could still be one stop, maybe?
I'm not sure. I'm top. I'm jumping top ticket.
I'm watching Ali. I'm throwing ball.
Just chill.
I threw ball top tickets.
Just chill.
Ali now.
Ali did.
Nice.
I got no. I'll grab behind. Turn. I got it out.
Go out the window.
I didn't get it. Double. You got it. Fuck.
Nice.
I got a one. I get ball control, yeah? This guy's got camo, so we can't afford to give him ball control. Wait, one top. Yeah, you got ball.
I got gang.
Let's go.
Fast.
Oh, we one debate, and then more free spawn, yeah?
That's anything.
Two. I got you.
Top ticket, keep going.
Close.
I got two. Let's go.
Nice.
Good shit, Cody. Nice.
Toss one.
Can we
Can we start?
Yeah. He's tagging on the sign. Den's on the sign.
They're going right. Hey, he's got camo, yeah? So just care.
Fuck.
Den's pushing me. Pushing, Den's. He's on the set. Hey, camo.
Hey, base.
What are we doing it?
We're 7-7.
Hey, two pushing vending, yeah?
Play vending side.
Yeah.
I'll play left with whoever this is.
Land right. Can't see shit. Can you vending?
I don't see anything, Cody.
Vending behind it.
Sliding ball. One shot.
No, take.
Hole as well.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go left.
They're going left. You gotta drop back.
Three, man, three.
You might have overdrive. Hayden.
Go on.
You go front.
Is it through? Hey, camera.
I'm playing ball control.
Right at the very end there was a huge camo play. It was trying to be stopped by Fighter in the drop bear play, but Tainted did get one through, and that's obviously going to be a vital point with only 30 seconds left. Mindfreak need to clutch up. Shox trying to be the hero. 19-24. He doesn't care about KD if he's going to be getting points on the board with the uplink. Here we go. Shox with the hero play that throws out, and it just misses. That was the hopes and dreams of Mindfreak in that throw. It was like E.T. across the sky with the moon in the background. And unfortunately, E.T. fell out of the sky and died.
Elliot.
TM, look at this. They're up by one, and there we go with the final seconds on the clock. It is going to be a Tainted Minds victory here. Josh, game number 2. Tainted Minds. Oh, actually, map number 3, but game number 2.
We can't count, but we're seeing the excitement here on the main stage. Tainted Minds, let's put this in perspective, are one map away from being your CWL Sydney Open 1 champions, and what a championship to grab.
Everyone is gunning for it, and we are about to see new top dogs in the Australian and New Zealand scene, potentially. Let's talk about that map that we just saw playing out. Now, boys, it came down to the final few seconds. It was a close one. The payloads became a big factor in it. Only 1 point was able to... It was so close in the final minute. It was like 7-7. It felt like it could have gone either way in the end.
It really could have. Mindfreak looked like they had a lot of momentum. There was a lot of steam. Unfortunately, they blew a piston, and Tainted Minds came back. They were the more reliable squad in that one. It was only by 1 point. But Miles, doesn't matter if it's an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
Yeah, win's a win. Even if it is by 1 point on both times on an uplink game, TM just able to pinch out the wins here against Mindfreak. And here we go, a couple of replays from that series. Unbelievable stuff from both teams.
The player on his screens right now in your highlight reel, Zeus, he has shown up to play in this grand final. During day 2 and day 1, when we did get to watch Mindfreak, it was basically everyone else on his team that were dropping solid numbers, and that Zeus coming into Championship Sunday has lifted his game phenomenally. And basically, Josh, if it wasn't for him right now, I feel as though they couldn't have walked away with this uplink win if he didn't turn up as much as he did.
No, he definitely played phenomenally. I definitely would sound that out phonetically as well, Curry, because it's well-deserved. You're 100% right. It was a brilliant play, and look at what's happening here on the screen during this highlight play. Tainted Minds were in front 4-2, and Nimble was going huge. There was such a clutch stoppage, Curry. I hope you saw it as well, because it was right here towards the end, just there, as Shox went hero mode. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, as we know.
hero mode sometimes doesn't end in the best of circumstances, unfortunately. And that right there, the 2-point play that Mindfreak ended up getting, that was when it started to seem like, oh, they can make this comeback. They were so close in the end. Miles, what did they need to get over the line?
Well, look, Tainted Minds basically between Zeus, Damage, and Dens, they were all going pretty positive. Zeus went 30 and 23, so, you know, and you got Damage going 27 and 21. Dens went 24 and 18, so just statistically, the kills were more on the board for the boys in green. And even though it was only a victory by 1 point, and it shouldn't have been really, I mean, damn it, man. Shox, that's the only throw I've seen you miss in a really long time. Mindfreak don't miss those 1-point throws.
If he got that in, it could have been a completely different story. We could be looking at a different map count overall. It's just, it comes down to single plays in these grand finals where just one mistake can cost your team the map.
Question for me is going to be, is Shox going to turn up to this next hard point? Is Fighter going to turn up? And more than anything, is Buzzer going to turn up? Or are they just going to exit the building and chuck an Elvis? Because Tainted Minds, it looks like they're going to be the heart attack coming for that Elvis. And Mindfreak, they might be caught with their pants down on the dunny, just as Elvis Presley was. Miles, this is going to be one hell of a map. I mean, I keep saying that, but this is Mindfreak playing for their tournament lives. Back him into a corner, and they're that stray cat that's just coming at you. They're looking vicious. You know, that's the cat you don't want to mess with. The stray on the street, you don't know what you're going to catch. Probably catching L's if Mindfreak have their way. I don't know if they're going to be able to deliver, though.
Tainted Minds are handing out plenty of L's to Mindfreak. Throwback Hardpoint is up next, and that is a strong map for Mindfreak. On paper, we're looking at this series to go to a Game 5. Miles, does it look like it's going to come down to this crusher, search and destroy, or can Tainted Minds just get the 3 maps in a row?
Yeah, I think Tainted Minds can do it. I think Mindfreak are going to pull something out. I think we're going to see these boys sit down, headphones on. They're going to be staring into their monitors, and they're really going to bring something magical to this throwback hardpoint. MF, they had a great run on Scorch. I mean, 250, 192. That's how you win a hardpoint. They won the first one in the winners bracket finals, 250 to 109. The boys know how to play a hardpoint, and if they've got a hardpoint, they're going to be giving it to Tainted Minds.
Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take a break here because this is just too much for us. More action in this grand final for this series about to go underway. We're going to go to a quick break. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Are Tainted Minds going to win their next map and become your CWL Sydney 1 champions, or are Mindfreak going to bring it to a Series 2? Guys, don't go anywhere.
There's a ton of things that go into the rivalry scene.
Oh, we need these rivalries.
Yeah,
man.
but
E versus NA is good enough, but
Exactly,
now
that's what I need.
Rated as a player is a pretty good guy. Like, he's actually really, really good. Me and Rated got into it a little bit after our match, only due to him kind of trash-talking some other North American players. He made a pretty rude comment to Looney about buying his...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to CWL Sydney 1. We had to take a break because it is just breathtaking what we're seeing here in the studio. Crazy series and crazy grand final action. What's even more nuts is that we're in a situation, guys, where Mindfreak are 1 map away from not becoming your champions. Tainted Minds are on the cusp of creating history. Boys, are they going to do it, or are we seeing a map 5?
I mean, the break was really for me to take my medication because I'm getting silly up in here from what I am seeing. We haven't seen such intense Call of Duty action on this main stage ever, and Tainted Minds are putting on a show. Do I think they can close it down right here? Yes, I do.
This could be it. This really, honestly, could be the final map. But I'm willing to say that Mindfreak, seeing as though it's such a strong map. Of course, it is on Throwback, and it is a hard point. We saw a dominating performance out of them in map number 1. What's to say they can't do it again? We've seen them in 3 series up here on the stage and just perform exceptionally well in those fast-paced respawn game modes. Guys, I think it's safe to say that they've got to be at least the favorites coming into this map alone.
Yeah, I mean, look, we know how throwbacks go. It's Mindfreak turf. It's like home ground. You know, they love that 50s throwback map. Their uplink game has been very, very solid on it. They only fell to 1 point from the boys in Tainted Mind. You know, everything that we can throw at them, it just sticks. Mindfreak going into a Hardpoint is what you want to see if you're wearing a Mindfreak jersey in the crowd. And I can be very honest here, there is a ton of Mindfreak jerseys in the crowd. Huge fan base here in the APAC region. But Josh, Tainted Minds, they've been living in the shadow for a long time. Always the bridesmaids, never the bride. But I think this may be their time to shine.
No, we said it earlier, Tainted Minds is the foot that fits in the glass slipper, that is for sure. This is going to be a great story for Tainted Minds, and what a way for Mindfreak to be toppled at the first Call of Duty World League event here live in the Asia Pacific region. This is obviously huge for them, and it's a huge loss for Mindfreak, and it will give them a lot to think about if Tainted Minds do take the W. And to be honest, I don't want to focus on one player, but it does say a lot about Dens, and you know, that movement from Dens over to Tainted Minds, doesn't matter how it happened, it's obviously done something to bolster this Tainted Minds squad.
Oh, dude, totally. Dens has got such an immense presence in-game. You've seen his perspective. You've seen the numbers he's putting up. You know, he's having a huge impact on his former teammates as he put him into the losers bracket, and now meeting him again in the grand finals, I don't know if he can do quite the same performance he had in the winners bracket final, but look, man, he's still playing out of his damn mind. There he is on your screen on the far left-hand side. Nimble also playing fantastically. There's Zeus doing some stuff with his hands. He's probably talking strategies, but I don't want to give that to him unless he damage on the end. It's calm, quiet, but he is certainly silent but deadly.
Definitely silent but deadly. There was a big breath there. He's ready for this win. He's been waiting for a long time to get it on land. Mindfreak, all of the pressure is on them. Not only do they need to win this map to stay alive, even if they somehow force a Game 5, and even if they somehow win it, Miles, there's a whole other series ahead of them if that happens. To be honest, as I've said, you know, for quite a while now, I don't think they're going to have the fuel in the tank, especially with Tainted Minds as hyped as they are. Absolutely psyched. Fist bumps going around. I'm telling you, it is Tainted Minds' time to shine.
Here we go. Let's kick this one off with Excite from Mindfreak. See how Throwback Hardpoint goes down. Tainted Minds up by 2 in this series so far. Mindfreak are at 1. They're playing now for their life here in this grand final. Second place doesn't look very good on a Mindfreak resume, that's for damn sure. Let's see if they can't bring this one back and push us to a Game 5 in this first best-of-5 series. Big kills out the gate already for Fighter Shox and Buzzo. Shox gets a second, so it is going to be an early drop for Tainted Minds. Control is going to fall into the hands of Mindfreak, and now you can see on your screen, number 7, that is Dens. He's making the perfect push around to the preferred side of the map. That's the spawns they want to have. He's coming through Bond at the moment. This is going to be huge. Shox is going to win these gunfights up top. He kills the player in tickets, but now the flank is already underway. Dens in from behind. Beautiful gets the 2-piece. Fighter's the last one left alive. He managed to clean out Dens, but now he has to contend with the rest of Mindfreak. Beautiful stuff there. Both teams now jockeying for position, Josh, and it's an early lead for Mindfreak, but one that I don't expect will last.
Yeah, I don't think so. The way Tainted Minds are playing right now, Dens with that E-Rad's going to be picking up another kill. Zeus, as much of a machine as he is, he's not going to get a kill for the first minute here, at least it seems. As Nimble, his teammate, gets dropped as well. Dens pushing out from unders. Let's see what he can do here. We're setting up for this rotation. And as you can see, players setting up over on Barn. I want to have a check out of Buzzo as he is going to be going around the back of Bales and making sure no one's going to be coming around this back alley and getting the jump on his team, as they do have control of this next hard point as well.
Crucial wins there from Mindfreak. That was Fighter and Buzzo both getting their kills. Great stuff. Excite getting ones in the background there. He's going to get another one here at Food Court. Does he catch this player? He's got him one in mid. Extends over at the top. Manages to get the kill, but will be brought down for his trouble. But he does get that information. He saw those 2 players coming through mid, and there you can see Mindfreak withering for the storm, setting up for this push from TM. And here comes TM. Shox finds one, goes for the shockwave kill as well. Manages to deal a little bit of damage, flushing these players out of Barn. The door is wide open, boys. There's your exit. 3 dead for Tainted Minds. Mindfreak stay strong.
Buzzo, so much criticism for him throughout the winners bracket final and throughout the grand final as well. But here he is, showing up, 4-kill streak, 5-1. A great way to start this hard point. And this is a blowout, 70-6 of Tainted Minds. Mindfreak, we needed more of this earlier on, but at least we're getting it now. Streaks across the board here. 3 for Fighter, 4 for Buzzo. Surely we have to keep our eyes on the captain.
Yeah, Buzzo's only 225 away from his Trinity Rocket, and I think that's something he will be grabbing any second now. He's left that hard point to allow the capture and now he's going to get the kill any second now and net himself a couple of 100 points. His teammates are in position though. Damage came in from behind. 3 kills to Tainted Minds. It looks like all the boys of Mindfreak were just wiped out, so they're now back on spawn. But here comes the push. TM already in position. That's Nimble making the early plays on your screen. He's trying to do the damage. He's slowed them down, but a couple of bullets will see him fall to an early grave. Here we have damage now, still on screen. Zeus putting shots in from above, goes for the drop. 2 members of TM down below. Can he make it work? He can't. Buzzo kills Fire in the background as well.
We need to be concentrating on this next rotation as well, and Mindfreak obviously have the advantage here, and they do not want to lose it. Buzzo's down on bypass still, but exciting. Needed to stay alive. Shocks now coming out of bowling. Shots ringing out as well, and he does pick up the kill there. Obviously in a good position, but it's going to be up to Zeus now to hold this one for Tainted Minds. He's got the positioning here, but you can see 2 players coming for him. Shocks putting his back to him. That's not going to work, but Excite luckily picks it up, and now Mindfreak are going to be in control thanks to Excite there in that huge play. There was some nice positioning from Tainted Minds, but it wasn't enough. Mindfreak so strong at the beginning of this throwback hardpoint. Tainted Minds doing what they can, but you can see Mindfreak turning up beast mode. Excite, Shocks both teaming up. Buzzo had a stellar start, but it's all the Excite show right here. He comes out where it counts, getting kills, securing the position, going to Under's going to be a player right below him. Speaking of Unders, Shocks is going to clean it up for him in return as Mindfreak hit triple digits here in the first rotation of Hardpoint. That's obviously a brilliant start here against the green machine of Tainted Minds.
A team that rides together, dies together, and for the last 2 spawn rotations, both teams have died at almost exactly the same time together while getting out trades. So literally back and forth between these 2 teams, it has been a trickle of players from either side just gunning each other. This hardpoint has yielded almost no points to either team. However, Mindfreak are now in the lead with 114, the Tainted Minds 52 and rising. They're going to get the scrap, but on the central rotation back to trains, it is going to be a Mindfreak hardpoint. We do have a bit of damage coming in from the sides, but look, the players from TM, they're just not in any position to make this one work for themselves, so they're going to have to do a huge amount of work, and Damage was the man to do it.
Their slaying has really picked up in the last 30 seconds or so. Tainted Minds in a great position to make a move onto mid-track. You can see here Nimble, he's not letting Mindfreak get in there, but the problem is his own team aren't getting the points on tracks, and when 2 are down, it's obviously going to be tough, and Buzzo's actually going to be in there getting more points. Now, he has slowed down immensely from the start that he had, but he's still running positive, but it's all about Excite and Shocks. Both of these players on 3 kill streaks, working towards their payloads as well. Excite used his not long ago, that FTL jump, and he does have a Scarab on that 4 kill streak. I want to check out Shocks as he's going towards that active camo. 10 seconds for the rotation over towards Barn, and Shocks is in a killer position and also has a killer KD. 20 for 10, the double positive as he's going for more streaks. It's really Excite, Shocks, the wombo combo of Mindfreak as Shocks picks up 5 in a row. Excite finally drops. Shocks going for more streaks, and he's still going. That was an absolute laser right there, and finally he's going to be shut down, but the damage has been dealt. Tainted Minds looking to recover here. Damage is in a position, he's getting the points, but Mindfreak here to challenge. He doesn't have the support. He's dropped Fighter in there as well, but Nimble picks up 2 to be the hero that Tainted Minds needs to give him some kind of momentum in this hardpoint.
Still on board with Tainted Minds. This is Nimble doing work. 2 kills to his name already. He's got 12 in the back pocket, and now he's dealing with 2 members of Mindfreak coming through, and here comes the Scarab play as well. Doesn't manage to net a kill, but it is going to get the assist. Beautiful work there. Zeus manages to get 1. Nimble catching that player through the doorway. Great shots from him, and that is going to be all she wrote for the Barn as the final points trickle in as they set up for this next rotation. But Josh, look, Mindfreak well ahead of the players on Tainted Minds for this one. But can Nimble and the boys in green make it work? They're ever so closely catching up with them. This is the closest they've been in quite some time. 149 to 104, that next hardpoint. It was looking fantastic for Mindfreak, but a couple of clutch kills and a couple of key pieces from Nimble there slowed this down, and now we may see TM be able to contest this one. It is all going to go down now under bike path. Shots are ringing out. We've got 1 member alive for TM now. They're back on spawn. Nimble, oh, brilliant win there for Nimble to make it 2 in a row. He's 275 away from another Trinity rocket. Will he use it to help clear out this hardpoint? I think he may have to do that one, Josh. He's 18 and 16 right now. That's 5 kills.
Oh,
net 2 with that 1 nade. Beautiful stuff. He's 25 away. He's fully streaked out, and he's got his camo. Absolutely everything for Nimble right now. He's just been gifted the payload package of all payloads. This could be a game changer for Tainted Minds.
I'm watching Nimble. He went from a 5 kill streak into a 4 kill streak, and he got fully streaked out by getting control of that hardpoint multiple times, and that's what happens when you transfer ownership of the hardpoint like that. You keep racking up points. Now with these streaks, he's probably going to be using them for this rotation over into Statue statue with Mindfreak gaining the lead, and here he might just use him. Hiding in the corner. Here comes the bombardment. There's going to be one player. It's Fighter. I want to see how Fighter responds to these streaks getting called in. And in fact, he's going to be dropped too soon. You can see no one picked up from those streaks, but Tainted able to get control. But here comes Excite. He picks up one as he's on 24 kills, but it's over to Shox. 31 kills, 6 kill streak. He's got that Trinity Rocket waiting, and here comes players just lining up ducks in a row, and here's a pro at Duck Hunt. He's been playing for years, and he does get fully streaked out there. He hits 32 kills. You ask Naked, the manager of Mindfreak, and he'll say that Shox is the best player in the scene. But Miles, this game is not done yet, and I know Zeus is a hype man, and he can pick up the kills when needed.
Look, kill streaks aplenty just were used there. We saw both the Trinity Rocket payloads coming out from both Shox and from Nimble, and it didn't seem to net too many kills, but it has bought them a little bit of time. And once again, this rotation here onto baseball field is nothing but an absolute cluster truck of kills and melee between the two teams. It is absolute pandemonium, Josh. One by one, these players are flying into this hardpoint. You're basically joining a fight that you just died in a second ago and picking up the pieces on the kills that you weakened. It's absolute chaos between these two teams.
Tainted Minds desperately hoping the wheels fall off that cluster truck and hoping to form some kind of comeback here against Mindfreak. Surely they still know that they have a lot in the tank, and there's a lot for Mindfreak to come back. Even if they get this win, there is so much more left in this grand final, and if Tainted Minds can pull a miracle in this map, they can indeed win the grand final right from here. But when Mindfreak is shooting like they are, it's obviously going to be very tough. Nimble's chucking a Fighter or a Dean, take your pick, as he's going to be backpacking Tainted Minds for the score they have so far. Fighter, reactive armor, fully streaked out. Surely with that combo and 2 payloads ready for Excite and Shox, this has got to be a Mindfreak victory here, Miles.
Look, I think Fighter can save not only his payload, but also the streaks for a later hardpoint where they feel, something a bit more open, where they feel they need to use it. At the moment, Mindfreak are sitting pretty comfortable. 218 and rising. They managed to grab Barn early. Tainted Minds, they're 100 points behind at this stage. They don't have to use those kill streaks if they don't want to. Excite's getting 2 pieces. The gun skill's getting it through for them already. Positioning is out of this world, but Denz has a couple of things to say about that, and he rocks on through. Fighter's still streaked out. He had another 2 piece to his name. That's his second kill this life. Can he get a third? Dodging the nades. Doesn't quite manage to make it happen. Nimble knocks on the door, gets Fighter and Buzzo. That's a fantastic way to enter the barn, and he's still alive at this moment, Josh. This is gonna go down to the wire, but right now, Mindfreak, they've got enough of a bed to lay on. Feathers are out. They've got a nice pillow. They've even taken their shoes off, but they don't need to tuck themselves in just yet.
No, and they're just hoping to bring out the Egyptian cotton if they can lock it down here. 233, 148. Mindfreak doing what they can, but you've got Zeus here. He's had a very lackluster hardpoint so far, currently double negative. However, his teammate damage isn't far in front of him either, trying to get some damage happening. Mindfreak, though, still with those 2 payloads, and of course, fully streaked out Fighter. He's going to be ripping him out as they just need these last few seconds. Here comes a Trinity Rocket trying to get those kills. He doesn't get anything. And in fact, Tainted Minds get 3 kills while those streaks are coming out, and they hit the 160 mark to the 240 of Mindfreak. Obviously going to be very unlikely that they can lock this one down, but I've seen intense comebacks before. And of course, Tainted Minds are hyped for a potential grand final victory here.
That's the first of 2 potential bombardments that just came down for Mindfreak. Fighter got 2 with that one, and Shox has it as well. That is, again, incredibly useful utility to have at this stage if you're Mindfreak. Now, they haven't got any time in quite some time now in this hard point. It's 240. They're 10 points away from keeping themselves in this tournament. But Tainted Minds, every second wasted is another spent digging their own grave. 192 and climbing. The boys in blue have got to make something very special happen here, and this may just be it. They're going to get these final few seconds. They're not going to be able to win it on this hard point, but they are going to be able to put themselves within an absolute finger's reach of it.
It's about to be a Mindfreak victory if Shox has anything to say about it. 44 kills to 22 deaths and makes it 45 at the end as well. Shox showing off here to everyone in the crowd to say that Mindfreak is still in it. And we're going to a Game 5, ladies and gentlemen, in what could be one of 2 series here in the CWL Sydney Open Grand Final.
Search and Destroy Crusher is going to decide whether or not we go into another series or Tainted Minds dethrone the ANZ Juggernaut Mindfreak. Guys, what a hardpoint game we saw, and very dominant performance by Mindfreak, not towards the later stages of that map where you did see Tainted Minds start to actually get some momentum behind them and win those key engagements. But at the start, it definitely looked like Tainted Minds didn't come out quick enough, and Mindfreak made them pay for it.
Look, Mindfreak were in the lead the whole game. And to be frank, it looked like they were very, very comfortable there. We can see in the replays, you know, it was a hell of a lot of kills coming out of the backs of Shox. He went 45. He got 45 kills in the end of that. He was 5 away from 50. That's absolutely tremendous.
The highlights should just be of Shox. He had such a performance. He comes up big when his team need it. Flipping over towards Tainted Minds, though. The double D combo, Josh, not really having too much of an impact.
No, I mean, you know, usually they have a huge impact. I actually want to shift my focus to Zeus because he is a slaying powerhouse in hardpoints, but obviously really not turning up in this map, Miles.
He went 22 and 38 in this game, which is uncharacteristically un-Zeus-like. You know, he's a big slayer. He puts some huge numbers in the respawn games. That's his thing. We saw him drop a 50 bomb in the CWL Stage 2. On Black Ops 3, you know, on the reg, it was a kind of a thing he did. He and his teammates back on orbit. But look at this now, having a really, really tough time up against Mindfreak here in the grand final.
I just feel like Shox was seducing me with his gameplay, and at this stage, he doesn't even have to buy me dinner. 40 for 20 here. He obviously finished with 45 kills. Absolutely ridiculous. I'd love to see this go into this next series, and I want to see Shox come out firing like that. If the rest of the team can come in as well, that's going to be fantastic. But conversely, Tainted Minds just need the likes of Zeus and the rest of the squad to play like Nimble did.
During that hard point, it was Mindfreak's rotations that were the end-all be-all for Tainted Minds. They were unable to get into those positions that they were craving to get the points. They rely on having a setup to gain points, but Mindfreak refusing to let them get those early rotations made it almost an awkward situation for them because they were never able to get into positions where they could work as a team.
Yeah, I mean, it was really obviously tough for them to do that. But here, going into the search and destroy, I think we can just flip everything on its head, potentially even the results of this grand final, because as you can see there, Mindfreak, 2 Tainted Minds matches, it looks like they were going to wrap it up, and then Mindfreak just storming home in that hard point. I mean, insanity. This is like Arkham Asylum kind of gameplay.
Oh, that's real crazy, man. We're talking like Scarecrow crazy. We're talking like Joker crazy. We're talking crazy, Josh. I mean, the next game, it could go either way for these teams. You know, as far as their S&D record goes, we had Mindfreak winning at least one in the first series, as with TM, and now thus far, TM looking a little bit stronger, 6 and 4 you see on Retaliation. I think Crusher, it really is going to come down to this one, and whether it's a Mindfreak or a Tainted Minds win, it is going to be as close as they come.
Mindfreak are well known on Crusher to work as a squad. In that first search and destroy that we saw, however, Tainted Minds was that passive AR play got the better of them. So coming into a map where teamwork is so important and it was so much pressure on this map, do you feel as though it's going to be Mindfreak's working as a squad or the passiveness that Tainted Minds are so well at that's going to give them the win?
When we were in this exact same position in the winners bracket final, it was Mindfreak who absolutely crumbled. The foundation beneath them was destroyed by Tainted Minds and they came toppling down like Jenga. Will they come back on Crusher? Obviously, a different map here. It was Throwdown. They went down 6-0. Mindfreak, now that they have a shot, now that they can taste it, they've had that little bit of an appetizer of what may be coming. You know, I think that they can clutch up here in the search and destroy, but if I'm a betting man, I don't think Tainted Minds are going to let it happen.
I would actually say, Josh, you know, just going back to Cody's question about if this is going to be a different game type as far as, you know, that passive AR play for TM paying off for them. And here, I feel like Crushers are the bomb sites are typically, except for B side, A side is such a tiny room. That area where the bombing side is, there's room with the cranes and stuff, and it leads you out to the wall run. I feel like that's going to be a close range engagement that's going to win them that one. So it'd be interesting to see how both teams adapt to a different map.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this could potentially be the last map of our grand final. Boys, it don't feel like it's going to be another 6-0 this time? A little bit more closer?
I think it's definitely going to be closer. Even if it's going to be a completely different result, we shall soon see. Ladies and gentlemen, this is map number 5 of the CWL Sydney Open Grand Final presented by PS4. What an event it has been. This is the culmination of 3 days, 30 teams battling it out, and we are down to this. one team is going to walk away with the majority of $30,000 in prize money, 10,000 CWL Pro points, which obviously mean everything when there's only 2 group spots available for CWL Dallas just around the corner, and of course, Miles, only 1 spot for the Asia Pacific region in the Call of Duty Global LAN League.
The coveted spot for the Asia Pacific region. I mean, really, what a tremendous prestige that would be to have that bestowed upon your team. Josh Crusher, will it spell doom for Mindfreak, or will Tainted Minds rise above? This has been a pretty damn exciting series so far, dude. I mean, I want to go quickly into the rigs. Let's talk game for a bit. You know, we're getting carried away in all the flair and the drama, and it's easy to do that.
Man, it's easy to do that with the Global LAN League. Like, it's coming up very, very soon, and I tell you what, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth may not knight them, but I certainly will to any team that gets into that league. Again, you know, it's crazy that there's only just one spot. It's intense, and obviously this event, and with Dallas, keeping in mind, by the way, points do get locked this Monday, so that's obviously big. This event means a lot for that, for group play especially. Mindfreak, I think, are going to be in there no matter what. Tainted Minds probably as well, so I think those spots might actually be solidified, but it means everything as we go through to potentially the end of this competition, Miles.
End of this competition may be 1 match away. 6 rounds is all it's going to take for Tainted Minds to crown themselves the victors here, or will Mindfreak dig deep and force it to a second best of 5? It is definitely possible. Let's face it, these guys are absolutely ludicrously good at Call of Duty. And let's stay on board. Josh, can we jump on board with Excite? Can I make a request?
Oh, we can do that.
Please, Daddy, please. He's got a sniper rifle. Let's see if he makes something happen here. Ooh, I thought he was going to shoot his teammate. Man, I love this game. The art design in this game is so rad. The way that his teammates look all blue and funky when he's looking at them through thermal. I get distracted by the funny little things. Either way, we've got Excite running thermal. We've got Snipe. So far, it's a big old push through mid for the boys in green.
What I love about this wraparound from Tainted Minds is as soon as they heard that scope out, they're like, look, we can't do B with that line of sight. So obviously the wraparound to A and an insta-plant, but still Excite gets Zeus. I kind of wish we stuck on him, but instead he's going to be ripping out the pistol. Let's keep an eye on him anyway. We've seen him pick up a kill with his pistol anyway. He knows where Dens might be, as Spider was. Just drop scope out, connects with it. That's the second one from Excite. Buzzo gets damage as well, which means it's all up to Nimble. I'd normally jump on a Nimble right now. In fact, you know what? Well, I was going to, but he died too fast. And Mindfreak clutch a vital first round against Tainted Minds. No 6-0 victories for Tainted Minds in this one, Miles.
It ain't happening, Josh. Not on their watch. Excite picking up 2 bang tidy snipes there. He picked up Zeus first, and I believe it was Nimble. Oh, no, it wasn't Nimble. It was damage on the jump. He caught 2 players there as well, so that is not only a kill, but valuable information. So heads up play from Excite there, helping his team secure the big win there. He's 2 kills up, and you can see he's over a quarter of a way towards his, I believe it's his FTL jump. So excellent start for Mindfreak. Let's have a look how they do on offense. It is certainly an offensive round. Wow, big kills trading out early between Zeus and Dens. Excite goes down, Dens goes down. On board with Fighter now, see if he can't make something happen here. A is going to be the site where the fight takes place. It's still 1 down apiece for both sides of the team. We've got Buzzo, we've got a couple of players from Tainted on the flank. Very, very big flank. They're anticipating a very sort of high-level play. As you can see, they've actually completely abandoned the bomb site. All of Tainted Minds have moved towards B. And the bomb is now down at A. So interesting play there. I think Tainted assumed that it was a 3-man push with a 1-man running towards B. They were hoping for that kind of, you know, full distraction play, but it actually wasn't the case. So an amazing bit of deception from Mindfreak. Shox now trying to lock down that bomb. He needs to get the defense. Buzzer gets the kill, so we're putting it down to a 2v3 situation. Nimble and damage are all that's going to be on the board for Tainted Minds, and a beautiful kill from Fighter. That's Nimble on his own, and he goes down as well. Tainted Minds all dead. Mindfreak, second round to them.
Mindfreak doing what they can to make this the most exciting grand final we've seen on Australian soil. The Asia Pacific region putting on a show, and Mindfreak, the reigning champions, at least on LAN here in our region, doing what they can to still be crowned champions. Miles, as this one sets up and we go over to Excite, who's hopefully ripping out that scope again, surely, I mean, we've never seen... Like, what kind of next level choke would this be if Tainted Minds actually gave this away after all this effort?
Next level choke. It really is going to be a next level choke, and this is actually going to work out in favor of Excite. You can see, okay, here's the big play. You can watch that mini map as well while these snipe plays are going down, and here comes the jump. Oh, Fighter gets the first kill on Zeus, and we're going to watch Excite make a run for this snipe. Can he get a kill out of his pistols out? E equals MC squared, baby. Nah, Nibble gets 2, and oh my goodness, it's all over. Mindfreak all down. Tainted Minds eliminated. That was a pretty quick run. Mindfreak put all their chips on the table. Just that was all in. It was like, we got a kill, Fighter got the opening, we've got numbers, make it work. And it really didn't.
Look, Excite, you know, for his birthday, he got the old potato gun, the spud gun, and he got a kill with it. But in the end, the parents get annoyed, and Tainted Minds give him the old smack, put him in the corner, put the dunce hat on. And now they get their round on the board. Tainted Minds on the defense now. Mindfreak, very aggressive plays towards A usually. However, flipping it up towards B, and Tainted Minds, great predictive play, are going to be ready for this one. Den's on the wall run's going to spot one. He gets the assist on two, actually, as Nimble picks up both. And now it's Fighter and Buzzo versus 3 players from Tainted Minds. Make that 2. It's a 2v2 right now. Buzzo, he picked up Nimble as well. Now it's down to Zeus. Zeus, he ended up going down. Mindfreak clutched their 3rd round in this search and destroy. 3 rounds away from a second best of 5 here in the CWL Sydney Open Grand Final.
What an incredible choreograph of death that really was. You saw Fighter pick up the kills on the players on wall run. I think Nimble supporting Dens on that wall run was absolutely critical because Dens took care of the first player. Nimble had his back. Although we lost Dens early on in that wall run, it was absolutely crucial for them to get the numbers there in the round. Huge plays from Mindfreak, 3-1 to them. Let's see how Excite starts this one off. We've got a bomb in the hands of Tainted Minds there on the offensive side at this moment. Excusez-moi. Getting a bit gassy up here on the main stage. Josh and I are full of hot air, you see.
Yeah, it's generally what we're full of here, and we expulsion. I was going for expulsion. We expel as much of it as we can. Nimble's going to be dropped early. Same with Zeus. Dens and Damage up against a full-strength Mindfreak squad. Dens, he's going to be taken down. It's all on Damage. Damage is going to be dropped as well, and Mindfreak, I cannot believe this, are about to reset this grand final. Maybe, just maybe, miracles do happen. And maybe Elliot can give some CPR to ET and can come back to life here.
Elliot. Look, man, Mindfreak have phoned home, and they've got a certain line of life there. They really came in like a wrecking ball in that round, Josh, and you heard the shout of joy, the war cry from the players on the other side of the fence.
Love seeing me some Miley Cyrus and some Call of Duty action on this wrecking ball, and it's Mindfreak coming through 4-1, and of course, now we're down to a 2v2 straight away. We're getting all times of Harley Quinn level crazy on the desk as Mindfreak are forcing this potentially to a second series in this grand final. Fighter going for a nice little wrap here, and you can see Tainted Minds also doing their own wrap back over to the Mindfreak spawn, as we are going to see an A plant. This should get down comfortably.
They're rapping. Mindfreak are rapping. It's a rap battle.
It is a rap. Who wins a rap battle? Okay, pick one player each side. Who's in the rap battle?
Okay, it's going to be Nimble, and then it's going to be on the other side. It's going to be Excite. I think he'd be a good rapper. I think Cody's got a loose tongue. I reckon he's going to be flapping all over the place. He's got mean rhymes, right? Huh?
He's going to be the new rap god. Let's see if we can see.
Fighter's all alone.
He is all alone. Fighter is all alone.
So ronery right now.
Can he go a 2v1 rap battle?
Yeah, you probably could do that, but that's tough. Speaking of tough, this is a really big one for him. You know, he's going to have to stop those players, and they're just starting a big aggressive round for the Nimble, just a little too strong for him right now. This is a defuse. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He's going to be able to grab the defuse there. Nimble, that's not going to net him camo, but it's going to get him extremely close. And then on top of that, that's an extra ton of points. It's 100 points, in fact, going towards his Scarab. So that is a great round for Tainted Minds, something they sorely needed if they are to win the championship here. 2-4. Mindfreak currently sitting in the advantage. They've got 2 rounds to their name. This is that final kill. Lovely positioning from Nimble there at the back of the door. He knew the defuse was going down, and it's a lovely bit of Overwatch played by him.
That's, of course, only 1 round, and they're still down by 2. Then why are my nerd chills tingling, Miles? I feel like that was a big round.
It was a very big round. Maybe a turning point in the game, but we'll only know that with a bit of hindsight as we go through it in the analysis with Curry. That's the only way we're going to know. Currently sitting at 2 rounds. Tainted Minds now, possibly the moment where they turn this around. And look, I don't think these opening bouts have really fallen in Tainted's side yet. I mean, they lose out these opening gambits. The big nade, gunfights never go their way. So I'm glad they're doing this. I'm glad that there's been a bit of a change here. You can see Mindfreak a little bit spread out somewhat more across A. The guys on TM, they're not exactly moving towards B just yet, but you can see those green arrows. They've staggered back just enough. So they had that gunfight. They traded out shots. They've patched up their wounds, and now they're getting back into a slightly different fight. He who runs away lives to fight another day, and that's not the case for Fighter and Excite. They're both gone down. Tainted Minds definitely playing this one a little slower has helped them greatly. They're letting Mindfreak make the mistakes, and these unforced errors as Shox gets a beauty kill on damage. He's going to tie things up almost, but Zeus just a little too hot for him. Buzzo now last man alive for Mindfreak.
I knew I had a bad feeling about that previous round for Mindfreak. It's all up to Buzzo. He needs to get the 1v3, and we know Buzzo's history in Search and Destroys. I'm sending you my energy. Big man Buzzo, can he get it done? The Dr. Buzzo. It's so hard. I just don't think he's going to have it. He doesn't have it in the search and destroy. Instead, he's going to try to jump off, but he gets killed anyway, and that's going to be a Tainted Minds round. Now they're only behind by 1. 4 rounds to 3. Tainted Minds halfway to victory on this search and destroy. Still behind, but we need to call it what it is. 3 rounds from snatching the Call of Duty World League Sydney Open 1 Championship. PlayStation 4, along with Activision, bringing us all of the action here, with thanks as well to Astro and ViewSonic. We really appreciate all the support, guys, and those of you watching at home as well and here live in the ESL studio. It's been bonkers. Let's get this one going. Round number 8. We've got Fighter here instantly just deleted.
Fighter just got hit by a sledgehammer.
Not only was he deleted, Tainted Minds even emptied the recycle bin after that one. Ridiculous plays, but did I see a scope out as well? Was that Excite?
It is going to be Excite. He hit a couple of bangers in the first round, and I think he's hoping for a few more. Tied up 1-1 at this point, 3v3. We do have, I think the bomb's out in play at the moment. We've got Mindfreak on the offense. Excite, hoping for a peek. They make something happen. Nimbles came in from behind. Cody's caught well off guard there and Shock's the last man alive. Nimble, the sneakiest player on the field, came in behind those 2 players, and you saw Excite. He turned back and forth. He shot at Ghosts, and nothing could happen. Shock's has got camo. He may want to use this to guarantee that 5th round win, but it is a 1v2 situation. He's going to have to play this one very carefully. Goes for the shots out, gets one. This is the camo play. He's going to make it work, and he does indeed. Brilliant stuff from Mindfreak. 5 rounds now. They're on match point, keeping the dream alive.
I tell you what, Shocks, I said he didn't have to buy me dinner first. I'm even going to make him breakfast in the morning, because what a play that was with the camo. Loving it. World-class gameplay there, and we may be going to a second best-of-5 series here in the grand final.
I don't know if my heart can take that, man. I'm at like 158 BPM right now. I mean, if you do the math, you can work out how old I am for recording that one. I'm about to keel over right now. Things are looking damn fine if you're a Mindfreak fan. Tainted, 3 away from keeping this one real. But look, if we go to a second best of 5 and you're Tainted Minds, is that, what did you call it, Josh? Like a colossal choke.
It is the next level choke. Like, there would never have been a choke like it before. Like, that's, what do you even call that?
Like a mega choke. What, you know, like, you know the way the Japanese name their
No
games?
Heimlich is saving that's for sure.
Ooh, Fighter actually picked up an early kill there with his Scarab on Zeus. So Zeus is out of this one. Mindfreak now with the advantage. The bomb play is going down, as you can see on your screen. This is huge. There may be a man down, but Tainted want to make something happen here. There goes the bomb plant. Mindfreak now sprung to action. Can they make something work? Excite almost picked up a player there. Oh, wow, man. Don't worry about being indoors or outdoors. You know, Cody's hitting shots all day. Big tags from Nimble. He's all alone here. Turns, but can't make it work. Excite with a pistol.
Buzzer's gone for the defuse, though. This could be big. Is it going to happen? He's got the support. Dens is all alone. It's going to be defused, and Mindfreak are forcing this to a second best-of-5 series. Ladies and gentlemen, Control-Alt-Delete. Restart your PC. We're going to be restarting this grand final. It is going to come down to one more best-of-5 series. We're going to have the monsters of the scene, Mindfreak versus Tainted Minds. We're going to a completely new round. In the winner's bracket final, it was Tainted Minds. Now here in the grand final, Tainted Minds let a lead slip, and now we've got a reset. Are we heading to the colossal choke? I thought we would be crowning new champions. Curry, you were going crazy off the desk as well. What a way for Mindfreak to stay alive in this tournament.
Things are only now just getting started in the grand final, going through the highlights, and it was really a highlight reel of Mindfreak. They bounced back fantastically, and it just seems like they never actually kind of had this one. It didn't seem like there was a moment where you doubted them not winning this search and destroy.
It's hard to doubt, man. I mean, when you've got Excite making plays, you've got Buzzo, heads up plays from the man with the glasses. He looks like a professor. He acts like a professor.
You can forgive every past donut for that performance, that's for sure. Buzzo, along with the rest of Mindfreak, keeping their dreams alive. Look, Curry, I was chatting with Miles. I don't know what I would describe this loss as. If Tainted Minds don't win this grand final.
Oh, that is the most colossal choke we've probably seen in the Australian-New Zealand scene.
Magnanimous.
Yeah, I think if anything, the
Gargantuan.
ginormous.
Ginormous.
There we go. I think that's the one.
Really,
Last
really
time
big.
we saw something like this would be all the way back in Call of Duty Ghost, where we saw Curse AU make a massive comeback against Avant-Garde. Funnily enough, that was against Vileside of one of our casters, just to bring that up. Into a second series we go. Control-Alt-Delete, as you said, and we're going to have to see these teams just kind of, they need to reset as well. If you're in the position of Tainted Minds, Josh, what is that process that you need to go through? You know, that's a pretty demoralizing loss. You guys were only one best-of-5 away from being crowned champions. Now you got to wait a bit and then play another best-of-5.
I mean, it's obviously who's going to be able to handle the heat and handle the pressure. I mean, Tainted Minds, I was ready to crown them the new champions. Now that Mindfreak have come back in such a big way, I don't know where I stand anymore. I'm losing my mind here on the desk.
Miles, it's a very dangerous situation to give Mindfreak a series like that because their momentum's going to be crazy.
Oh, the momentum's unstoppable right now, and it's going to be a really huge test on the mental acuity of the guys on Tainted Mind. They've got to actually forget that they lost that first series. They have to remember how fantastically they played in the winners bracket final, and then they've got to completely eradicate the thought that Mindfreak are running this one home and potentially going to make them cause, you know, the biggest upset that we can think of in recent time.
What has changed, Josh, in this Mindfreak squad to give them their first series win against Tainted Minds?
I think it would have to be, you know, the shock of being put down into the losers bracket. They got their warm-up and their, you know, a little bit of a run and like a practice run against Validate Black, where obviously they took a fairly convincing win there. It was a 3-1. Now here back in the grand final, it was all eyes on them, you know. They're the premier team and they, you know, these guys are very professional, but there was a little bit of smack behind the scenes, and also they want to show that they don't need dens.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to reset as well as the players, because that was a crazy first series, and guess what? We're about to do it all over again for your grand final. Will Tainted Minds clutch up and win the one series that they need, or are Mindfreak gonna follow through with the fairy tale story and be crowned your champions once again in the Australian region? Do not go anywhere. Plenty more action here at the CWL Sydney Open in the grand final. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty World League presented by PlayStation 4 live at the CWL Sydney Open 1. We are into our second series of the grand final. Not many people saw it going this far after such a performance from Tainted Minds in the winners bracket finals. But guys, it is gone the distance. We're getting into our second best of 5 series. Mindfreak coming off a fantastic performance in that first 5 maps. Do they have the ability to now be your champions?
Yes, they do. They can, and they might. Unless Tainted Minds have got something to say about it. Josh, it's been a long one, and it's only going to get longer from here on out.
I know, we're basically restarting the grand final, ladies and gentlemen, so I hope you're psyched for it. It's as if nothing at all happened, which is kind of unfortunate for Tainted Minds, considering the dominant lead they did have, but alas, thus is the format of such a competition. These things do happen, and Mindfreak have their chance to get their revenge.
We have to talk about Buzzo. In that series, he turned up. He had such a disappointing performance in that winners bracket final, especially in the search and destroy. Even in the losers bracket final, he underperformed. But when it came to crunch time, boy, did he crunch the life out of Tainted Minds.
Indeed, he did. You know, I mean, there was so many individual performances that really stood out for that series. You know, Buzzo obviously is going to be primed to that, but also Excite, and indeed in the fourth map, Shocks. You know, just he's a monster.
That's
man.
the thing. That's the thing with MF. At any given moment, any of them are going to go off and have an incredible game. We saw Fighter going off wild in the S&Ds. Shocks went insane in the Hardpoint on Throwback. 45 kills. 45. I mean, you can't stop a man when he's getting that many kills. You know, you're in a certain plane of existence where reality's around here. You're just up here doing whatever the hell you want. No one can slow you down. No one can stop you. And that was evident, man. Tainted Minds, they had no answer for any of those players when they're going off in those respective games.
If you have only now just tuned in because your social media feed has completely exploded, let's see how these two teams got to this stage. Mindfreak made a great run all the way to the winners bracket final where the team they're up against knocked them into the lower portion of the championship bracket, something no one saw coming. And coming into the grand final after a fantastic performance against Validate Black, this is the Mindfreak we expected to see in that winners bracket final.
Dude, I'm just going to say, if you'd have told me that Tainted Minds were going to take the winners bracket final and then MF were going to run it through and get us all the way back into the grand final and tie things up after coming back through the lower bracket, I'd have told you to go flashbang yourself.
Easy as that. You can see on the top side, it was a 3-2 victory in that first series of the grand final, and we're into another one. I personally didn't see Mindfreak really bouncing back from this one. So much was on the line, and it seemed like Tainted Minds were going to walk away with this one. Let's say, Josh, you're in the position of Tainted Minds. You were only 3 maps away from doing something that we haven't seen in the Australian scene and New Zealand for a very long time. Now, you have to try and beat them again in a best of 5 after getting pretty much pummeled in a search and destroy. Very convincing win by Mindfreak. How do they reset and refigure themselves?
I don't know, man. They're kind of metamorphosizing into a little green frog with the little tag underneath that says, feels bad, man.
Oh, Pepe. Sad Pepe. Solone Pepe. Is it Pepe? Oh, I'm upside down. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out. I do think it's going to be very tough for them to now win this series. Tainted Minds, I don't think they're going to let it get away so easily, but I don't know if they'll have a choice now that you've got Mindfreak with a rocket up their backside after one hell of a series win there in that grand final first series. They've forced it to the second. I mean, it's so cliche, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's just true. It can go either way. We'll see as we get into the first map.
Let's see our final maps for CWL Sydney Open 1. Retaliation Hardpoint is going to be the first battleground we see in this second best of 5 in the championship grand final. Boys, how important is it for both of these teams to get that first map under their belt?
Oh, we said it before. It's immensely important. And in the previous series, Mindfreak won the first Hardpoint game. They won it pretty damn convincingly. Things were going great for them. And then, yeah, sure, they bounced back and forth between games after that. But that first win is just so magnanimous for them. And Retaliation Hardpoint is one we've already seen them do great on. So, oh, Curry, you know what, dude? We're going to be going to probably another round 5.
Another round 5. I wouldn't be surprised. It's gone the distance so many times. It looks like Throwback Hardpoint at the end there is going to be a real hot topic if we get there. But up first was Hardpoint Retaliation. Favoring Tainted Minds a little bit for this first map, Miles.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Mindfreak winning these maps before, but the Hardpoint games, they've basically been falling into Mindfreak's laps pretty comfortably. Tainted are never far behind, but it's just that. It's that Mindfreak open up the gates so well, and then it's just difficult for Tainted Minds to catch up after that.
We already saw Tainted Minds win one Hardpoint Retaliation against Mindfreak. Josh, can they do it again?
I mean, you've said it. They've done it once before. They can definitely do it again. We're getting this series underway, Mindfreak. I think all eyes are on them. You know, we probably expect that if they were going to be the winners going into the to the grand final from winners bracket final. We usually say those lines, and now we get a chance. It kind of feels like, in a way, Miles, that the first series was the winners bracket final. This is the kind of position Mindfreak would usually be in. They get a win. Now they're here in the real grand final. You know, this isn't kind of any kind of alternate dimension where Tainted Minds actually gets the jump. Credit to Tainted Minds, they got that first series, but they're going for one hell of a choke. This is the kind of stuff not even a tracheotomy can fix.
Oh my lord, that's a beautiful word. Oh my good golly.
Miss
Guys,
that's what
Game 1 of the second best of 5 is about to begin. TM versus MF. It's interesting to note, Josh, as you said, you know, it's very unfamiliar territory for Mindfreak to be in the losers bracket, and now they're very much back on their home turf. They're back here now in the winners bracket. You know, it's all good for them. Grand Finals has been a bit of a roller coaster thus far, but this is all smooth sailing, I think, for Mindfreak. We'll see just how this one goes down. And let's face it, guys, it's been an absolute slobber knocker so far. MF defying all the laws of physics, coming back through a loser's bracket run after being sent there by their opponents now. And look, on your screen, the players from Mindfreak ready to do it all again. Once more onto the breach, dear friends, once more. We'll fill up the walls with our Mindfreak dead.
Mindfreak look, I would say, more composed as we looked through those cams and see both of the teams ready to rock and roll. Mindfreak very much concentrated. Tainted a little more jumpy, but maybe that's because they're full of beans to get in here and rip into Mindfreak once more. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the final best of 5 at CWL Sydney Open 1 presented by PS4. Let's get into the action. We're going to kick it off with Excite. Why? Because he deserves it. And he's going to get one of the first kills here for Mindfreak after Shock picked up the first, returning fire back and forth. And here's Excite getting 2, and they've got some points on the board after Tainted Minds get the jump. Spawns are going to be flipped, but you can see here, obviously, Mindfreak still getting the very little lead, and Excite finally shut down there. It's Shocks and Fighter to hold down the hard point against the Tainted Minds onslaught.
Oh my gentle Jesus, this game is kicking off without, it's going in with no loop, Josh. It's absolutely wild so far. Excite going ham. Shocks also doing things, and look at that. Was that was a stun grenade. That was unheard of.
I don't know, but Tainted Minds is definitely biting the pillows. Mindfreak going in very hard here. Zeus trying to get control of this hard point for the Tainted Minds squad. Den's got market as we're going to be setting up for this next rotation here in just a second. Mindfreak off the spawn. Tainted Minds still racking off the points here. We're going to be looking at Excite with some exciting gameplay. 4-2 is the score. He's going to be taking down Buzzo here. Only 1 point. He's on the breadstick trying to make it 2. Can he get it? There's going to be a player dancing around him. Oh, he does turn on that player there. Zeus with the long kiss goodnight, well, at least for a few seconds before he spawns again. Damage is going to be down here on the low street for Tainted Minds, and they do have the very early lead here after this rotation.
Oh, Damage finally able to clean that kill up. I was hoping to see a couple of points really coming up on the board there, letting him know he killed that player. Fighter and Excite getting 2 in the back corner. It looks like Mindfreak now, the Phoenix reborn. They've come from the ashes. The lower bracket is but a thing of the past, and now we're here in this second series, this second best of 5, and already things are looking up for the boys in blue. TM, though, not letting this one go down without a fight. They're currently in the lead by 30. They've got the setup for the next rotation. Spawns are looking friendly for them, and it is going to jump over towards the church, towards the cathedral, rather. It's way bigger than the church. A couple of kills on the board for the boys in green. Mindfreak now on the respawn, and as I said, it is a very, very comfortable looking hard point for Tainted Minds already, Josh.
It is indeed. We're over onto those graves, that grave hard point or the cathedral. I speak all languages here in Call of Duty. Nimble's going to be dropped. Fighter and Buzzo both going to be picking up kills, but just like that, Damage and Dead, the double D whopping combo coming at you to take down Excite. And another player there from Mindfreak as Tainted Minds still racking up points here. And after, we're still in the first rotation, Tainted Minds are about to be a full minute ahead. They are not mucking around getting into this second series here, Miles.
I actually didn't see this one coming. I had a bit more of a Mindfreak heavy favor going into this one, but again, as you can see, Mindfreak not without a fight, but Zeus getting 2 in a row. Beautiful slide there, coming in off the kills. Can he make it a 30? Can't. Shocks just a little bit too strong for him, and now Den's going 8 and 6 with 38 seconds of hardpoint time to his name. Unbelievable turn on Fighter there. He actually double checked him there to make sure he was a friend or a foe, and he managed to make the right call in the end and kill him just before the drop shot happened. Still on board with Zeus now, 80 to 36, TM in the lead. Mindfreak, though, climbing back into this one very, very carefully. That next hard point is going to spell doom for the boys in blue unless they can make something happen here. This is a huge one. Still on board with Fighter. Shots out from Fighter. Gorgeous long-range kill there. The broken now, destroyed building rather, is going to be the next hard point. And now we've already got a lot of time for Tainted here. This is still Fighter trying to make something happen. If he can infiltrate this play, doesn't manage to make it. Nimble, he tripped the sensors. And there you see Nimble not falling for that one. Den's getting a kill, Damage, and Nimble a piece as well. Josh, it's absolute pandemonium here.
It is pandemonium, and as Tainted Minds hit triple digits, I'd love to see what Mindfreak are thinking. So thanks to Astro, let's go into our first listen-in of this new Grand Final Series.
One shot, blue van. I'm coming from orange muscle. Get your Renee, one shot, blue van, absolutely.
Let's go, guys, come on.
Make sure we mate. Watch the street. Pop up.
Dead.
Nice. In hill, I think, like, back hill, cash draw.
I'll play it.
It could be main door. One bridge.
Oh, you gotta get bed.
I'm he's bar, in bar, damage in bar.
Oh, he's on pillar.
Pump on damage.
On hill, gang.
Damage, one shot. Damage, one shot pillar. Damage, one shot pillar.
Wait.
That's him.
Nice work, Mitch.
I'm back. Yeah, I'll go bedroom. Down back. Middle of the hill. He's closest to bar. To your right.
Ready.
Close, dead. I'm one shot.
I'm gonna push the guy on the right.
Right. I'm watching left.
Ging. He's right corner.
Still play. Dead.
Nice, good.
Hey, I got
I spray play.
Catch door as well.
I'll play this kill cash door, don't push.
I am Mitch, buddy. Nice, I'm in. Nice. Am I watching couch? You man. Hey, I'll get
watch
bar. I got it now.
Man, Ging dead.
I got bedroom.
15. One outside. Over in.
I got Dens as well.
Couch. To your right. Main door, Cody. Main door. Nice. Good chip. Wait, Hayden's last.
Good call.
Nice. Go.
Fucking call.
I'm pushing the rubble, yeah?
Let's go.
One's already to radio.
Back it up.
I'm watching radio.
Me a shot. I'm tagged. He's on hill. Help. Two.
Oh shit, I'm coming.
Watch out. I got one. Nimble, one more.
I saw one more. Flank. Pinch.
Mindfreak's communication on point, but not enough to shake the Tainted Minds' grasp they've got on this game. 130 to 83. Tainted Minds still looking damn fine in this one. Damage, big player for his team. He's doing a ton of work. 17 for 13 with a ton of time as well. Josh, where's it going wrong for Mindfreak? They were looking so good on the hard points earlier.
They were looking so good. It's good to hear their comms are still on point. Tainted Minds, however, have quite a healthy lead. Once again, thanks to Astro, I'd like to go with a listen in just to see what kind of auctioneer style Tainted Minds have gone through with their calls this time.
Jump and yeah, tilt.
Nice.
Nice game.
Nice. Keep going. I'm in next. I'm going bedroom. I'm going bedroom.
One bar.
Nice, guys. I'm in next.
Don't put the two lads. Yeah, I'm plat, tied up. Where are you?
Spies. I'll take that one. No, one straight, one straight, going bar.
He's going straight or something. He's already at back.
Yeah, got me. Catch in. One on me. Plat. I'm dead.
One kill.
Plat.
One more here.
One shot. One in bed. Everyone relax. Everybody relax. You got splits, yeah? Got me. He went plant now. Cody. One player. Tag up.
I'm gonna play through holding.
I gotta go hill. Sorry. One player. Bag. Excite one shot. One more player.
I need to reload.
There's two players. Tag. Thing. Nice. Shit, Hayden. Oh yeah, he comes. I got your plant. He's weak.
Where are we spawning? Alright, they're spawning. I have my camo, guys.
Take your time, Des. Take your time.
Okay, one's fountain and one's
I'm gonna go catch in as to camo.
Yeah. Wait. Everyone wait for
One in the back. I'm watching L1.
Wait, pinch marker when he pushes out, yeah? Hey, no,
One marker.
Already, I'm gonna camo.
Go again.
I'm coming.
I'm with you, Hayden.
Yeah, Des is at the front car. Main car there.
I got nade. There's one in the back car.
I'm one shot, Des. I'm coming.
Yeah, they're coming in. One marker.
Marker.
Nice.
Wait, back.
Where's last?
Still.
See.
I'm gonna play.
Nice. They're running bridge.
Yeah, I'm
One could be market. One could be market. One could be market. All bridge. One could be market. No.
Catching us out in us.
Don't die, please.
I'm watching.
I'm getting Corner. Let's go. Push up.
Marker, do they spawn you? I think they spawn you.
That's a whole lot of excitement from Tainted Minds. You can see why they're just over 20 seconds away from victory, but 3 down right there, but they're set up for the rotation. You can see there, Mindfreak players are going to be just in front of Damage. That's great positioning by them, but Damage, he's going to have the jump for this hill as it rotates. And you can see smart move by not diving straight in. Instead, he's going to try and set it up for his team, and he's got the mad flank here. There's going to be a Mindfreak player just in front, but all this might be for naught, as he's actually going to be mowed down there. And after all that, all the hype for that play, it's actually Mindfreak are now going to hold down Broken.
They've got a hell of a mountain to climb though, Josh. 227 to Tainted Minds. They only need 250 to win this one and take the lead here in this final series. 142 and climbing. Mindfreak not out of this yet.
Climbing indeed, and although few and far between, there have been a few that have conquered Everest, and Mindfreak may do just that. They are really warming up here. Buzzo's going to have that payload ready. Excite and the rest of the team are definitely starting to warm up. And as you can see here, Excite as well is definitely going to be one of them. Fighter, 2 kills, but Excite on the 5-kill, make a 6-kill streak, and he's fully streaked out. Could this be a crazy comeback, just like they did with the entire last series?
We talked about a colossal choke, letting the whole series go, but this just adds insult to injury if they lose the hardpoint now after such a lead already. Hotel Hallway is looking a little bit green, but I don't think for very long. Incoming Mindfreak now, Excite getting tagged up. He still has all of his kill streak in his back pocket. Those will be coming out any moment now. This is a huge play for him. Caught Nimble Nap in there. Gets a big kill, and now 27 and 19 and 8 in a row for Excite. He finally goes down, but not without leaving a very serious mark in the back of Tainted Minds.
Mindfreak have got so much time here in the Hotel Hallway. Shox is holding it down. He's got that active camo play. You've got the payload you need, Miles. You've got the streaks you need. Buzzo's picking up kills as well. Fighters on a 4-make-it 5-kill streak. This is going to be more score streaks coming in as well. They just need to utilize them effectively. They need to get out of the hallway so they can use them. They're still racking up points. They've hit 200 or just about their 1 point up with 10 seconds left in the hallway. When we rotate back outside, I'm predicting Mindfreak to potentially come back in a massive way against the green machine of Tainted Minds. Here we go, new hardpoint, and now you're going to see the streaks come out from Excite. Shox picking up Dens in the background, Zeus firing back, but Buzzo's there as well. Mindfreak racking up points. There's going to be 20 points between them. Excite and Shox, they're going to be working together. You can see Fighter's going to have that Scarab. He used his Trinity Rocket a little earlier. Mindfreak still going here. 217 in climbing. Tainted Minds, they had the lead for so long, and Mindfreak are trying to do the impossible, as they already did in that first series. Excite, Buzzo, Shox, they are the triple team right here against Tainted Minds. They will be the kryptonite. You think Tainted Minds are green, Mindfreak are bringing it out. They've got the lead in what may be the final seconds here. They can lock it down and bridge. 10 seconds to go, and Mindfreak are going to do the impossible. Shox, here's here with Excite. Excite 2 kills, 3-kill streak for Buzzo. Mindfreak locking it down right here, and they pull off one of the most amazing hardpoint comebacks you will ever see in Call of Duty. What an insane game from the premier team here in the Asia Pacific region. Tainted Minds, take that, they say.
I had my notes written down in that, like, don't worry, Mindfreak. First map, you went down to Tainted Minds. You're going to come into the Search and Destroy Scorch as the favorites. That was a 120 points Mindfreak were on when Tainted Minds got up to 220. I almost can't believe we just saw that. The fact that Mindfreak were able to constantly contest that lobby hardpoint in the hallway and then continue to... I've lost words for this. This is just absolutely incredible. This is the Mindfreak that we have expected to show up, and what a comeback. Miles, would you have thought Tainted Minds were going to get that one?
I kinda didn't. I gave it to Mindfreak in the pregame, and that's the truth, man. I called it. I said, look, their respawns are just too damn good, especially the hardpoint. Tainted proved me wrong for the first, 3 minutes of that game. We're going to see it here in the replay. Look at the green on your screen. That number is typically larger than the blue one on the left-hand side. That was the name of the game for this entire match. The story here was that Tainted Minds had the lead. Mindfreak were on the back foot. They were desperately clawing, nipping at the heels, if you will, of Tainted Minds. And look, it shows in every single play. Tainted, they had the upper hand. The kills were in their name. A lot of green in the kill feed, but alas, what in great Odin's name did we just witness?
Is that one of the biggest grand final chokes we've ever seen, or just Mindfreak bringing it to a new caliber, Josh?
By the beard of Zeus, I have no idea what we just saw. Tainted Minds, you can see here in the replay, they were in front by so much. What we saw was actually a complete turnaround on that broken hardpoint, which I called out that Damage had the flank on. He missed his shots, he died. Broken was completely controlled by Mindfreak. We went over to hallway, they took complete control. That was the hardpoint right there. We just saw, we went over to Hotel Hallway and we turned it around. Absolutely insane stuff coming from Mindfreak. Dreams come true, baby. Dreams come true. I cannot believe what Mindfreak did here.
Tainted Minds were on 228 for almost a minute there of in-game time. That is absolutely insane work from Mindfreak.
Miles, before we got into that Hotel Hallway hardpoint, were you seeing this one as going towards Tainted Minds, or at what stage did you start to think like this comeback is actually going to happen?
Well, just before Broken, 100%. I'd have put the kids, I'd have put the house, I'd have put the car, all of it on top of Tainted Minds to take that match. And I'm kind of glad that it didn't, because
Look at poor Josh here.
I'd now be a very sad man.
Don't mind me. Can I just have a moment?
Yeah, I got you covered.
No funny business.
I got you covered, no worries. Look,
I
that was a
phenomenal. I need a moment.
It was a phenomenal game to watch. A piece of Call of Duty history that will literally live on forever, thanks to the power of the internet, guys. Josh, I mean, if you had to have picked a clear favorite there going into it early on, I mean, would you have given it to Mindfreak?
What? I'm back. I wouldn't have given it to Mindfreak. What are you talking about? The game was done. It was done. Tainted Minds were just gonna wipe the floor with Mindfreak in that hard point. I already saw it, and obviously, you know, I'm definitely no seer. This vision didn't come true, and Mindfreak. What do you say to that?
You don't say anything. You don't. You just go back, watch the VODs, and then just enjoy what is one of the most craziest comebacks I think it's safe to say we have ever seen in the Australian, New Zealand Call of Duty scene. Let's take a breath. Let's just reset, guys. Yeah, just try, Josh. But up next, we have a Search and Destroy Scorch. Here is how... I can't believe the fact that we see Mindfreak there over Retaliation. Hardpoint was a victory. Just absolutely nuts. We're going into a Scorch Search and Destroy where Mindfreak are favored to take it out. That first map meant so much to both of these teams, but after one of the craziest comebacks ever, Miles, you gotta think this is Mindfreak's grand final to lose.
Well, this is what we spoke about just as we crowned Mindfreak the winners of the first round, is that Tainted Minds have got to do everything in their power as four very capable human beings to forget what has just happened and to try to let bygones be bygones. This is one series they need to win. They've done it before, they can do it again. After a game like that, I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't say that TM have got the ability to come back from such a massive deficit mentally.
They're going to be really trialed and tested here on the main stage. It's a battle of the minds, and you got to reckon that they're in the gutters right now for Tainted Minds. Scorch, Search, and Destroy up next. What's got to be their game plan, Josh, coming into this one?
I mean, Mindfreak just need to keep doing what they're doing. They obviously came back in a big way to win the previous best of 5, and that hard point was a whole tree of nuts. It was an orchid of nuts. It was unbelievable gameplay. And you know what? I think Tainted Minds are going to be trying to do what they can. But I really just, literally, Miles, do not have the vocabulary to say what we just saw. Tainted Minds, if they don't take this S&D, look, I'll just be happy if they don't quit if they lose this series, because I tell you what, they will be down in the dumps if they lose this.
I mean, this series is crazier than a bag of cats, Josh. This is an absolute... What more can you ask for? We're in the second best of 5. The first game was unforgettable. Scorch S&D. I'm going to take a seriously deep breath because we've got a slow game ahead of us. I think TM, again, favorites to go into the S&D. They're so damn solid. We've seen them do it before. They can do it again. Crusher S&D, though, was a big old Mindfreak win in the first half of this bracket, of this grand final, rather. TM, they've got to dig super deep, man. I mean, you've just, that is a crippling, emotionally crippling, to not only have lost the first series, but to lose that game as well. I'm a broken record, I've said it again now, but to make a comeback now from TM, literally one of the hardest things I will have ever seen a team do in all these sports, to make a comeback after that. And if they do it, I will be beyond impressed, and I'll be forever indebted to them for showing me some of the greatest Call of Duty I could ever ask for.
They've already shown us some of the best Call of Duty we've ever seen, but I completely agree with every single word you just dropped there, Miles. Tainted Minds, oh my gosh. Look, I think this is going to be very, very tough, but I'm going to try and compose myself, and as our colleague Courage would say, I'm going to regain. And I'm just going to take a step back, have a breather, relax a little bit, enjoy the company here of my colleagues and this beautiful audience we have here in front of us. It is, of course, the championship final of the CWL Sydney Open 1 presented by PS4. And this has been, honestly, without exaggeration, one of the best grand finals we've seen on local soil. And I feel it's an absolute privilege to be casting all of the action here along with you, Miles. It's been absolutely beautiful, and we're going to be hopefully seeing this one continue through the series. Tainted Minds, give them credit. They won the Winners Bracket final. They obviously knocked Mindfreak down. They did the impossible. Can they do the impossible again after Mindfreak they are magicians, man. They are the magicians of the Call of Duty scene right now. And let's see if they can, get the promotion to Grand Wizards.
Grand Wizard.
That's a terrible reference, isn't it? Isn't the Grand reference related to...
Grand Wizard KKK.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's
I don't mean that Grand Wizard. I mean Mickey Mouse Wizard. Mickey Mouse
Mickey
Wizard.
Fantasia. Dun, 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 dun. Great film. Absolutely
And we're falling off
masterpiece.
maps.
Well, on that note, the map is it's all finished and done. I think there may have actually been a technical issue. The referees are standing up. No, nothing. Yep, thumbs are up on the other side of the board. So look, it was actually a legitimate round while we were getting carried away with old Disney references. Dude, looks like Tainted Minds were taking names and kicking ass.
I'd love that hat, actually. That wizard hat, like the Mickey wizard hat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Really
I think I
cool,
actually
with
have
the
one of
blue
those.
with the stars.
I went to Disneyland as a little
Really?
boy, and that's what I wanted.
I was
What
always
a weird
promised I was
kid.
going to go to Disneyland, but instead I got a kick at the butt and told to go to my room and read a book. I wish I went to Disneyland.
No, that was probably
that
for the
would be
bad,
great.
Josh, let's face it. Tainted Minds are
I
up by
turned out
one.
fine, didn't I, Miles?
Hey, man, you just cast a damn fine game. And then you hit under the desk. That's going up and discuss, surely. Mike, if you're watching this, clip that sucker, man. Come on, that's content, baby. There's a bit of clickbait there for you. Shout outs to the whole Call of Duty community, actually, because I'm sure a ton of them are sitting in the chat now watching this, and it is absolutely breathtaking. This is some incredibly entertaining games. And thank you for the crowd for sticking around and making this one of the most unforgettable events I have ever been to. Y'all are amazing. Pat yourselves on the back. Maybe buy yourself a drink. Maybe something stiff after this one. I'm going to need a double.
I'm going to be getting a triple and passing the hell out. In fact, I don't think I'm going to need it, though. Nimble's going to be dropped as well here in this round. Tainted Minds, they obviously got that first round, but Mindfreak in this 2v1 situation got the man advantage. He got damage. He gets dropped. Mindfreak, bump and fist. Things are getting real on stage, Miles. I had to pinch myself before because this is all but a dream. Or I thought it was. But no, it's actually happening.
It's a dream for some, but it's a nightmare for Tainted Minds right now. That was a round win for Mindfreak, tying things up 1-1. Look, S&D, it's a long game. We've got a long way to go through this one. TM, though, playing for their damn lives, playing for their pride, because they're not going to live this one down. They're a great team, an exceptional bunch of players, but really, the drama has been never, ever ending in this tournament. And that's the way we like it. Excite's having a great round so far. He picked up 3 already. Buzzo and Shocks with no kills to the name will stay on with Excite because the snipe play may just happen. Can he find a peek around the corner? Oh, he's just guessed right. Does got the information. Those players are going to be making a gambit for him. Is he going to guess right? He has to make a big old shot happen here. Bear in mind that player can come off the wall run, so he's got a whole heap of trouble ahead of him. Bomb's gone down at B. Here comes the play. 4v4 at the moment. As you can see on your screen, Tainted, all those green arrows now quickly relocating. Now, they're actually playing heavily towards the idea that, look, it's going to be Excite. He's a defensive player now. They're going to make this work for him. Does get the shutout. Not managing to land 2. Can he get the bomb? It's well out in the open. He is the hope they need, and he goes down. So now all of Mindfreak have got to relocate and make a big old play for that bomb, and I don't think it's going to happen. Tainted Minds, they're all up front. The defensive line was far, far forward, buying them all the time they needed. It was a huge gamble for Mindfreak, and it certainly didn't pay off.
I think what we saw there is a little bit too much reliance on the scope of Excite. 9 times out of 10, that one's hitting. I think that ratio might be a little bit off, but he hits a lot of shots. Definitely more than me, that's for sure. I think that's why they were playing so passive. The bomb was planted, and maybe they didn't expect such a fast defuse there coming out of Tainted Minds. Alas, it did happen, and now Tainted Minds have the lead in this search and destroy.
I feel like that may have worked if Mindfreak had a couple of players behind Excite covering, so as soon as you get a couple of players jumping in or out, you've got the shots in to help provide a little bit of overwatch and make sure he gets those snipes. Either way, we're into another round. Tainted Minds up by 1. On board with the boys in blue. Tainted Minds on offense now. Looks like B is going to be the site. We're on board with Nimble as he's making a real sneaky prone crawl. Similar situation now. I wonder if Damage is using snipe, possibly Dens, although not likely. Got a bomb down at B now. They're scuttling away. Like rats from a sinking ship quickly backing up. They want to force that fight into that open plane by the bomb B site. Buzzo gets one on Nimble, and here comes a push. Got those players flying out of nowhere, and it's a complete reversal of the last round. Mindfreak are up by 4. 2 men down for Tainted. Damage though on the flank. This is a huge play. Dens goes down. It's all on Damage. Last man alive does manage to get a kill, but will be brought down immediately. And with ample time to defuse this, Shocks is going to get his kit out and plunk away on those buttons until that bomb turns off.
I'm glad the cams aren't on him if Shock's getting his kit out, Miles, that's for sure. But all I know is that Mindfreak and Tainted are now 2-2 in this search and destroy. We're heading to round 5 where, again, if you are just tuning in, you have missed out, my friends. Because what a grand final we've had here for the first event in the Asia Pacific region for the Call of Duty World League presented by PS4, where Mindfreak won the first best of 5 in the grand final after being knocked into the losers bracket by this very same team, Tainted Minds. They're currently at a disadvantage in this series. It is 1-0. Again, the final series of this event. It's been 3 days of action. And look, you know, you've got to be happy for all of these guys who are playing on main stage right now. Top 2 finishers, they get a lot of pocket money and a lot of pro points. But of course, only one can be crowned champions. I don't know if anyone can be crowned championships, but one team will be crowned champions, and it's looking like Mindfreak if they keep playing the way they are in this series.
There's a great trade early on. Fighter though, turning his back. I mean, he had that shield on his back. He's obviously playing with camo. But look, it was a nice trade out. Sadly, he looked away at the last moment, as you can see on screen. This is a relatively simple setup for the boys in blue. Look, they're stacking up. They've got numbers by B. This is a big win if you can get this kill. Nimble does get Buzzo and ties it up to 2v2. Nimble and Zeus versus Excite and Shocks. Now, with that bomb arm, we're forcing the hand of the boys in green. Tainted have got to make a play happen, and now they're going to be put into a situation they don't want to be in. Look at this player happening. It's going to happen. The pinch. Excite's in position. The trap is sprung. Gets one. Can he find the second? Gorgeous shot from the young man there on stage. He will be heard there as he picks up a gorgeous round kill for Mindfreak.
That's the thing about following, you know, the textbook of Search and Destroy, right? Because Tainted Minds were doing textbook Search and Destroy. Move together, move as a unit, so you can trade out kills, but that's exactly why Excite knew that second player would be following right through that doorway, lined him up, shot him down, and Mindfreak get the lead once again, now halfway to victory in this Search and Destroy.
Kicking things off with Nimble on Tainted Minds. He's got 4 kills to his name, 3 deaths so far. He's managed to get the bomb down once. See if he can't make something happen here. Big old fight happening by Bridge. You know, major shots fired from both teams. There was a ton of information relayed there quite early on, so we'll see if this isn't going to change the way this game unfolds. As you can see, both teams now reshuffling. Change of strategy immediately. Made that play happen early, and it was not really going to work out. You see a major 4-man stack from Tainted as they all rotate back to B. But Excite is in position to kick up. A bit of a stink here. He's definitely got some information there, and you can see his teammates now relocating to try to make that position a little bit better. Now the nades are coming on through. Mindfreak now setting up for the defense. They got one in Nimble. Zeus on your screen is going to try and make something happen here. His teammates are falling all around him. Zeus is going to be tagged up. He's going to be going down. Damage. Last man alive for Tainted Minds. Mindfreak with a beautiful adaptation here to the offensive play of Tainted Minds. And you know what? That's probably the smartest thing to do. Get off the map. Afford no benefit to your enemy team. And, you know, round win or no round win, they tried and it failed.
I mean, there's not enough words to describe what's happening here. All I know is that Mindfreak's gameplay has been impressive. They've been backed into a corner, and then they've just come out in a huge way. They've done the impossible. They've won in the game 5 in that first best of 5 series. They were knocked down into the losers bracket. The fairy tale of years of wins in the Australian land scene was looking like it was over. And still might be if Tainted Minds are going to be shooting like that. Fighter's actually left alive in a 1v4, but he's going to start by picking up 1. Could this be an incredible ace? It's been a while since we've seen a really good ace where there's only 1 player up with 4 still alive for the opposing team.
Here we go. We've got another major 3-man stack. There's a bit of a conga line happening for Tainted Minds again. 3v1 situation. They have the manpower. There is absolutely no reason for them to trade those kills one at a time. They're going to be going for a big old 3-man stack. They're going to drop themselves heavily. They've got the manpower, they've got the numbers, and they're going to wield it like a real broadsword atop a Fighter. Now, if Fighter can catch these players out of position, this could work out, but no, he's tagged up now. That means they're going to know the entrance points. They've got 3 possible ways into this avenue. They're going to be able to get the shots out. There's tags up early. Fighter now makes the beeline for the back door. He's got to try and keep himself alive, but this is going to be a major ask for him, and he also will opt to commit Harakiri and prevent his team from going down too far in terms of payload management. So that's a nice heads-up play from both players there. This is very important stuff going into that late game, Josh, where you do not want to be getting hit by cameras. You can see, you know, look how far we are into the search and destroy, but neither team that close to their payloads.
No, I mean, obviously it would be a huge shock at any time, but just game faces on for both of these teams. No cockiness, definitely no waste of streaks, which we saw earlier, Miles, and, you know, that kind of cockiness I don't think we're going to be seeing when it's championships on the line as it is here in this best of 5 series. Zeus going to be running the objective here for the Tainted Mind squad, as we're going to be seeing Mindfreak. They've only got one player who's going to be over near this A bomb site. It's going to be Fighter. And you can see looking towards that top ledge, there will be a Tainted Minds player pushing on out. Maybe he might actually just hold up in that corner, which would probably be a better move. What are you talking about, Josh? Of course he's going to be holding up there, but now we see the push on in. We're going to be seeing Excite coming down the catwalk. He's got that Erad in hand. I love the choice of weaponry. He's going to pick up one, goes for two. You can see the trades out. There's actually only one player left alive. It's Damage. The bomb is down. Damage goes back. He gets one, but it's traded out. Excite is going to finish this, and now Mindfreak are going to be one round away from making this a 2-0 series. And if they do that, Miles, one uplink separates them from the winning check here at the Call of Duty World League Sydney Open 1.
These PlayStations have been working overtime to make sure that all of these games can keep a coming. Amazing stuff already. Match point for Mindfreak to take themselves up 2-0 in this second series. Excuse me, once again. Here we go. Match point Mindfreak, Tainted Minds at 3. This has been a true marathon. An absolute marathon between these teams. Excite hasn't been able to make too much happen this night, but he is going to bang one there. He gets nimble. Quickly checking the other avenue. This is beautiful play from Excite, but not in a position where he needs to really do this one. Can he get another? The bomb's just gone down. 2 of his teammates have fallen. It is 2v3 right now. Zeus gets shocks in the background, and Excite's going to quickly relocate. Oh, beautiful awareness there. Does manage to take down the Scarab there with clean shots from his EMC. He has a Scarab of his own and the FTL if he needs it. Now, we've seen some beautifully clutch FTL plays so far in the competition, and I would not be surprised if we get a couple more fighter. Sport for choice goes for one. Can't make the second happen. Excite all on his own now.
Excite's got a P shooter and a scope. It's going to have to be MacGyver style up against Zeus and Damage. I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of MacGyver. Excite, you're the new MacGyver. I mean, MacGyver's been long over for a long time, but I'm sure he can use a resurgence, especially when he's going to be picking up that AR as well, and he's still got that scope. He's going to be moving towards this B bomb site, and you can see he's actually going to maybe get this down. Oh, this timing. This timing may work against him. He might just get it down, and he does. Let's look at this. I was about to switch over to Excite, but it's all over Red Rover, and Tainted Minds are now going to have their 4th round. It's a 5-4 as we head into round 10. Are we actually going to see a round 11 here, Miles? I honestly don't think my blood pressure could take it right now. That's going to be bonkers.
Look, I'm happy for Excite. I really like the play. He went for the bomb. He was going to get the arm. And, and the way it was looking, he maybe would have been able to grab a sniper or two on those players as they came on through. But he got picked off pretty damn easy, kind of getting averaged running through, open fields. But whatever, man, it's all good. 5-4, Tainted Minds trying to pull this one back. They are possibly doing that one now on this offensive round. They haven't been too lucky in their offensive rounds. The opening fights have been falling to Mindfreak, and it has really, really gone against them from then on out. But defensively, they're doing pretty good right now. Their last win was a defensive round. For those of you just joining us, this is a ludicrous series. Second best of 5 now. Mindfreak are up by 1 in it.
We've had everything in this championship, man. We've had rap battles, we've had insane comebacks. Mindfreak are 1 round away in this search and destroy from just being a mere map from the championship. After Tainted Minds knocked them into the losers bracket, and what a run this would be. We've talked about very, very long losers bracket runs. What about short and sharp, Miles? Mindfreak might be doing that. Dens picks up 1 though to try and shut down the dreams of Mindfreak. Nice tags out, forced to back up. Dens is going to be the bomb carrier. 2 down for Mindfreak, but just in return, Fighter picks up Nimble as well. You can see here Fighter and Excite teaming up. Now let's have a look here and see how they move in, pushing in. You're going to see Excite's running point. Erad, he's got the shot down, picks up 1, goes for another. Fighter picks it up. Mindfreak are going to be getting this search and destroy, picking apart Tainted Minds. Their dream was just in their grasp, and they just dropped the ball. You know what? A better description would be dropping the soap, and Mindfreak are punishing them for it, Curry.
Here come the inmates.
Mindfreak, you give them an inch, they will run not only a mile, but they'll run you out of town, and it is their series to lose at this stage. They are red hot in our second series of the grand final, live here at the CWL Sydney Open 1. It has been an absolute crazy 3 days, and we're coming again. I said this before, but this could be our final map of the event, and it is an uplink, guys, that favors Mindfreak so much. you gotta imagine this could be a second series 3-0.
I don't actually think so, man. I'm holding high hopes. Tainted Minds, the very first time they went down to Mindfreak in the winners bracket final, they went down 2-0. The S&D was an absolute smashing for them. They got trashed there. They got trashed in the Hardpoint game, but then they made their comeback in the Uplink game. Now, thus far in this absolute marathon of games between these two teams, Mindfreak are yet to win an Uplink. Now, admittedly, Tainted Minds are only winning by 1 at a time, but look, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get back on this S&D.
As we go through the highlights of the Search and Destroy, the player of the match had to be Excite. He was being so aggressive in the faces of Tainted Minds. Their slow, methodical AR play all of a sudden was getting counteracted by Excite, who was just gunning and running around. He played phenomenally, didn't he, Miles?
Excite knew how to turn it on and off whenever he needed to. You know, there were times where he was super aggressive, getting in there. He had E-Rad plays. We saw him doing great work there, picking up 2 pieces with the assault rifles, and we saw him doing great work with the sniper rifle as well. So Excite really was a man about town. He did a little bit of everything. You know, you want a guy that can do both? Get a guy that can do it all, and that really was Excite in this game.
Outside of Excite, Fighter Josh definitely supporting him in that Search and Destroy.
Indeed he was. You know, in fact, I could say if you're talking about support, all of Mindfreak really stepped it up, but of course it was the Excite show. We've called him out earlier, especially in the winners bracket final, for not performing to his potential. Well, he showed up right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Excite. I'd like to introduce to him. He's a handsome fellow, and what a talented young Call of Duty player he is.
Talking about the flip side, Tainted Minds. Zeus had a phenomenal first series in the grand final. He was the standout player from them. Miles, it feels like he's starting to drop off here.
Look, dropping off is a kind of gentle way to put it. You know, there's other ways you can put it. It's just like, damn, OMG, that's really how we feel right now. This has been a ludicrous series so far. You know, I mean, but all the guys on Tainted Minds have said it's going to be such a difficult comeback mentally for them. You've dropped the whole series. You've dropped the Hardpoint in a spectacular fashion. You know, they're doing their best to bring it back now. And 6-4 in the S&D shows me that, you know, and in a monumentous way against all odds, they're actually pulling themselves back out of that insane deficit. And I have a feeling that now they're going to get back to even keel here in the Uplink game and hopefully be able to turn it around for themselves. But otherwise, Mindfreak are about to pull off one of the most wicked comebacks you could ever ask for.
This is the problem, though. We're starting to get ahead of ourselves, I feel. In the winners bracket final, what did we see? It was a reverse sweep from Tainted Minds to send Mindfreak into the losers bracket final. They've proven that they can do it once. Can lightning strike twice, guys? But this isn't no winners bracket final. This is the grand final, second series. We will not be seeing anything else but the 3 maps potentially on your screen. Up next, Throwback, Uplink. Who is your player from Tainted Minds that has to get loud, has to get those kills, and get his team back into this grand final?
For me, it's Zeus. He really fell off the board in the last respawn game type we saw. He's usually a big main slayer for his team. He puts up heavy numbers. He's a super solid AR player. He always has been, and in my mind, he always will be. But he hasn't exactly been delivering in the last sort of 3 to 4 respawns we've seen. Now, fingers crossed he can pull something out and make it, you know, work out a bit more for Tainted Minds, because we've seen them already play Throwback, and this was where we did originally have, I believe, I may have to, no, my notes are gone. I threw those cards away long ago, thinking I'd never need him ever again. But it was a 1-point win in the previous series. We saw these guys play against each other, so there's not enough between them to call this, Josh.
Well, Dr. Buzzo is about to beat Professor Buzzo if he can step up the way I need him to, because out of the entire Mindfreak squad, as much as he's come back to help force this second best of 5 series, it is still Buzzo, in my eyes, that really needs to put the nail in the coffin of Tainted Minds, so to speak, because Excite, Shocks, Fighter, they've all had their amazing moments of brilliance so far in this series, both in the Hardpoint and that S&D. Here in the Uplink, sure, it's the entire squad, but the man, the myth, the legend, it's Buzzo who needs to come through. Tainted Minds, they've already done 1 reverse sweep. It is still within reason that they could do it again. And you know, it's Throwback. This is the map, sure, in an S&D that knocked Mindfreak into the lower bracket. And it should also be noted, Miles, as we're talking about this map, did you see what map 5 was? It was a Throwback S&D.
Please, please, please. If we're gonna go to the second best of 5? Can we at least get to game 5?
Yeah, I mean,
can Tainted reverse this?
imagine.
I think Lightning can strike twice. I mean, and let's face it, Zeus, he's the man with the lightning. He's throwing them bolts down from Olympus. Now, can you get down here with the rest of us mere mortals and make something happen? On your screen, guys, Tainted Minds to the left of your screen, and in the red corner, coming in a combined weight of 4 people, it is Mindfreak.
It's
Here we
going
go.
to be one hell of a match. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, let's get hyped up for potentially the final map of the CWL Sydney Open 1 presented by PS4 Mindfreak. Going into this one as the favorites, Tainted Minds have already done a crazy reverse sweep once before. Can they do it again? Who knows, but exciting shocks are going to be opened up with some big kills. Buzzo as well, damage the only one left alive. He's inside of tickets, and it looks like someone's going to get his ticket. It's Fighter as he picks up his first kill. Evenly spread there, everyone sharing the kills as Shocks moving forward with this drone. Mindfreak are up in Tainted Minds base, and this is looking like it's going to be 2 points instantly on the board for Mindfreak. If they win this series in a 3-0, Tainted Minds will never live this down.
This is a ludicrous pace that have been already set by Mindfreak. That was a very, very quick 2-point dunk to find themselves, barely any kills on the board already, and they're already making a dent in the scoreline. Tainted Minds now pushing back through mid. This seems to be the sort of repeat of the opening fight now. Can we see a little bit of difference here? Good shots from Zeus to shut down that Scarab. Beautiful plays, going to be keeping themselves alive for now, but Excite takes down Nimble, and here comes Sight getting Zeus as well. Beautiful shots from the young man. 2v2 at this stage, but the possession of the mid-map and the drone, which is really what these guys are fighting for, that is all blue at this stage.
It is indeed all blue, and Mindfreak are doing a great job here. 5-1. Excite. I feel like I've said that word a million times because he just keeps putting on these shows, Miles. I feel like, I should be paying to be here just to spectate this insane gameplay that he's been able to deliver.
Damage now with drone in hand. He's making a play happen. Goes for the 1-point throw. Manages to land it, so that's 2-1 right now. Tainted coming back on the board. Big defensive play from Buzzo and Fighter. That's 3 dead already. Now we'll see Mindfreak on the back foot. Immediately turning that one around, getting 3 down and pushing straight on through to the mid. They're going to be grabbing the next drone spawn pretty much. And as you can see, they've already made it in. They've got those kills. They're now managing to take on the next set of spawners. This is a beautiful job from the boys in blue. Mindfreak now looking incredibly strong. And here's another run. They've got the support they need. However, Dens and Zeus, beautiful defensive plays. Those kills are going to slow it down, Josh, but is it enough to stop the boys in blue?
I mean, I don't know what kind of comms they're doing, but they are loud from Mindfreak at least. I want to know what Tainted Minds are talking about on the defense after such a strong push from Mindfreak at the start. So thanks to Astro, let's go into the minds of Tainted Minds.
I throw it up. One can be flanked.
There's one top food.
You need to play your life. You need. Nice, Denzel coming. Stop bridge. Nice, one can be flanking. One can be nice. Come on, five. We're last time he's flanking us.
He's flanking.
Nice, just go.
Let's play that.
Someone go underpass.
What's here? Two.
I don't see them. I got. Both take. Go on. One more there. Nice.
Play food.
Yeah, one could be underpass getting. Yeah. Underpass.
He's cinema.
I'm going top 3.
He's still going mid right.
Can you guys? I'm playing top 2.
Okay,
One mil. Dead.
Nice, that was him. The rest are left. The rest are left.
I got
Going through bowling.
Starts behind the bus.
Can you get my underpass?
I got
He's pass. One shot.
I'm going down.
He's like absolute.
I know. Top ticket. One top ticket. Liggers out of middle. Out to middle. Is it? Out of half. One play your life.
Yeah, got me. Stand down. Push him.
Nice. Where's the other guy? He's bowling. One on me. One down. Going stat. Last guy stat. Right, that's fine, guys. We're better.
Hey, one's on the side.
Looking for Connery bowling. One man bowling. Bowling. Yeah. I'm gonna play fast. Yeah. Nice. Shooting. Me and you.
One's gonna be mid on the pass, yeah?
Yeah, I'm playing bus. I don't see nothing middle. Yeah.
I'm just playing middle.
I don't see anything flanking either.
Yeah, he's middle of me.
Alright, play life.
One
One low bridge. Cody. One low bridge. One on the base. Tag.
Yeah.
Watch out base.
He's Addy as well.
Play your life, Vince.
Tainted hanging on by the Taint, but Mindfreak just looking a little bit too strong. We've got 3 dead down for Tainted Minds again, and here comes Shocks on the offensive. That listen in brought a ton of insight for us, but all we can see in the scoreboard is still Mindfreak, and this is the first round of 2 that will see them crowned champions unless Tainted Minds can make something happen here. 15-5 for Excite. He's on a 2 streak right now, taking care of these players. Gets a hardline bonus as well, so he's rocking hardline as his perk. It means a couple more points are going to be coming into his kills, and his payload is going to get there a little bit faster as well, and that's going to be huge because he's running FTL. Shocks now. slowed this game right down. He is totally surrounded right now. This is hysterical. I wonder if anyone's going to make a play here. No. Shocks. The sneaky beaver. Look at these shots coming out. Gets two. Can he make it a third? No, he can't. But it was a good play enough. He's got his teammates now pushing on through mid. He's got Fighter in the middle, trying to make those fights happen. He goes down to Dens, and now we're back to square one. But Buzzo, he's streaked. Oh, sorry, this is Excite. He's actually streaked right now. He's got that FTL ready. He's also got a Trinity Rocket in his back pocket should he need it. Big kills from the young man Excite. He may be dead, but he bought time for his team. And now Buzzo winning those gun battles. He's going to take damage mid, but he's got drone. 14 seconds remaining on this clock, Josh. Are they going to be able to make a play? Buzzo's going for it. Goes for the big 1-point throw. Can he make it land? Doesn't quite land it. But what a valiant effort with such little time remaining.
That was a very valiant effort. Miles, you may not know this, but in my spare time I've been working on my telepathy, and I delved into the minds of Mindfreak, and what I was hearing there, aside from a lot of profanities, was who cares if Dens leaves us, man. This Excite guy is one hell of a freak of nature in Call of Duty. Have you seen these statistics, my friend? 17-7. Excite. He's just been unleashed here in this series.
One thing that's quite interesting to note for me, and this is a totally random aside from what we're really talking about, but Mindfreak is one of the only top teams not to have a player from New Zealand in the lineup. How weird is that?
What are you saying there?
Well, the Kiwis, man, I mean, they're all over the place, but
are
they the problem?
Australians are superior?
Are they the problem, or are they part of the, I don't want to make any cray-cray assumptions, but MF looking damn fine already. That's another 3 dead. Tainted, last man alive there. Buzzo now on the offensive. He's got drone, he's got Excite, and what more does a man need in order to get a 1-point throw? The defensive players were there. They tried to make something happen, but Buzzo, he's just got too good an arm, and now it's 4-1. Tainted Minds, they've got 4.5 minutes to turn this around, and they very much can do that, but it's not the same lineup we saw win the winners bracket final. This was where the turnaround happened for them originally, but can they do it again? Lightning can strike twice. But will it do it here, Josh? I actually don't believe it will. We may be seeing Mindfreak claw this one away. Nimble's got drone. Here he goes. He's got to play. 4 members of Tainted in mid. They just got the kills. Buzzo and Excite down. There are 2 players on respawn. They got another one. There's 1 player left. It's just Shocks. And here comes Tainted Minds. This could be a run. They've got all players alive. They're going to get the dunk. This is huge for them. But look at this. They're waiting for mid control. They want the relay. Now, they went for it a little late. You can see there's 2 members of Mindfreak, 3 members of Mindfreak already in position, but no fear. Damage in position, gets the kills. Zeus with a huge turn on Buzzo. This is looking good for the boys in green.
Mindfreak obviously now under a lot of pressure. This is the turnaround we see from Tainted Minds before. With Mindfreak under so much pressure, let's hear their comms thanks to an Astro listen in.
Alright, you got it. Sweet.
I got FTL. How close are you to camo? I still got I don't control the middle, yeah. I don't have top food bot.
I'm checking wood, I'm checking food.
Oh, yeah, 1 underpass. Food backed off. One tunnel. Hey, back off. No one grannies. I'm in your mid. It's still food here, still food. Oh, if you can get that ball, go left. Yeah, wait, hey, Renee.
Top food dead.
Wait, one's going tunnel now. Wait, top food stairs and red.
Put it down.
Yeah, hey.
I'll watch mid.
Yeah, keep watching mid.
Wait.
Hey, top food, outside top food.
I
Ice one globe.
Wait, food says.
Yeah, I'll get you top, I'll get you mid.
Glaze, 2.
I'm coming, grannies.
Oh! One more, pick it. That's all of them. Play, keep it. Stay alive.
Stay in here. Wait, can you throw it on a pass?
Wait,
keep control. One shot, ging. Hey, do you on that?
Check on. Yeah, Food court.
3 in the zone. 3 potato. Oh, yeah, top food. Get! Oh, yeah, tunnel. Middle east, outside, underpass.
Yeah, he's
outside. Oh, 2 addy. I got one. Luggage. Hey,
nice.
Go, he's on half full. He's still half. I'll play him out of our base.
Top wood. Oh, I raped him.
I got middle. I got you mid underpass.
Oh, he's gone. Luggage. Are they still in our base?
Yeah, luggage, 1 shot. That's good. Nice. Tunnel 1 shot, come into middle.
Hayden's pick. I'm pulling left.
Plans left.
Oh, yeah, let's go left, yeah.
Let's just chill. I'll pick up flank in 3 seconds.
We don't have to peek.
Lincoln, you go. Yeah, you go, Mitch. You go.
One here, Hayden tagged.
I got flank.
Dead.
Go, Grannies.
I'm pushing ahead first. Play 2.
I can't see him. Play one.
Play one.
I don't know if I got it off. No, I didn't. He's in. Dan's stood off. Ging ain't getting camo. We don't have to worry about that.
Top food.
Opportunity as well. I'll call you tunnel, yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, lemon. Left. Wait a minute. There's 2 addy. Wait, they pick it. Oh, he's going to outpick it then.
Keep hanging ball. Try to stay live.
I'm just checking my flank quickly.
One minute, you tag.
Go back.
Come and train. Shake.
Wait, 3 minutes, 2 bit. One's globe. Pass.
They got one.
He's one shot. There's one on the base, yeah?
You. Wait, two mates. Two half-full. I tag one.
I'm with you, Link. I'm with you.
On the side out.
One's back. Back. Nimble dead.
Underpass. Fuck it, underpass.
I got no words, Josh. I got no words. It was looking damn fine. With 1 minute left now, Tainted are up by 1. Are we about to see a repeat of Winners Bracket Final? It's so possible. Tainted have mid control. They've got 2 players of Mindfreak on spawn. Here we go with Dens now. He's got drone. He's so far forward. He has the help of Nimble and Damage. How the hell does Mindfreak come back from this? There's 37 seconds left. They need to just burn the clock. Here comes Mindfreak. All 4 members alive. They're going to make a big play through mid. They need to slow down Zeus. Zeus is going to bring out a Scarab and slow him down. This is huge. He manages to get 1 with it. Excite goes down. That's 2 dead for Mindfreak. They need to push up. Otherwise, this is going to be a somewhat of a repeat, but Shox with 2. Nimble's the only one left alive. He's on spawn now. Shox, he has the support of Buzzer with drone. Goes for the throw. 15 seconds left on the clock. It's good. They're tied up with 12 seconds remaining.
Just give me a moment to call my lawyer and sort out my last will and testament, because I don't think I'm going to survive this series. We're going to be going into an overtime here in this map number 3 of the second best of 5 series in the CWL Sydney Open Grand Final. Tainted Minds, I thought they were going to do it again. I was thinking in my head, Miles, not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. And what a way to do it. Can we just, let's recap what's happened here. If people are just tuning in, you know, if you've just woken up very, very early over in NA, or you're staying up late, or whatever's going on, you're in mid-afternoon in EU. I don't really know geography and time zones that well, but I think that's right. We saw Tainted Minds knock Mindfreak into the losers bracket. Mindfreak beat out Validate Black. They came in and took the first series at a Game 5 versus Tainted Minds, and here we are, overtime. Tainted Minds are away. FTL jump. It's going to be shut down. Excite's here. He's got the drone. He's going to throw it out for the reset. That was huge. It's the last player alive. Excite is your MVP, I am telling you, of this entire tournament. That was the clutch stop of the day.
Excite, you're a goddamn hero, man. That FTL play was so clutch. He managed to get in the way and then managed to get the reset as well, and now we're back to square one. 4 minutes 20 on the clock. This is huge. Excite, he keeps getting these kills. He's going 32 and 20 right now. He has a ton of kills to his name. The only other player even vaguely close to the amount on your screen right now, and that is Dens, sitting at 30. And this has been the story of this series so far. These players are so neck and neck upon each other. No one is willing to give an inch.
Excite with a metric shit ton of kills right here. 2 kill streak, 34 kills, and going here. It is overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Mindfreak going for the points here. We're going for it. He does it with 2 as well. Mindfreak with a minute and 7 gets some points on the board. Miles, they are not messing around here, son. Buzzo with the final kill, but it's all about my man Excite.
In slow-mo, Josh. This is it. Final round, 1 minute and 7. TM have got to do something, otherwise Mindfreak have just pulled off one of the most phenomenal comebacks you'll ever see in COD. This is ludicrous. The clock is ticking. Time is not your friend. Tainted Minds, everything to play for. They need 2 points in a minute. If they get the dunk, it's going to happen. Here comes the plays. Mid-map has fallen early. There's all 4 members alive. 2 members go down for Mindfreak. TM now making something happen. It's the camera play. Who was that? Damage. He manages to get the kill. This is huge. They still have time to make it. Here we go. Damage is all alone. He's going for the long flank. He doesn't have the help he needs. Who's number 6? Zeus is coming up behind him with Dens. This is massive. They could probably go for a 1-point play, and if they can contest mid, they might be able to do that, but I don't think the clock's on their side. They've got 1 shot at this, and 1 shot only. He has overdrive. Damage could make it happen. If he get the kills here, he could sprint on through. He's popped it. He ran. He got taken out immediately. Dens the last man alive. He needs to make something happen here. 2 kills are needed, but this is it, guys. Mindfreak, they've done it. It has gone down to the wire. They have proved time and time again that they are the absolute undisputed champions of the region, and what a way to do it. Winners bracket finals, they fell. The losers bracket was all theirs. 2 best of 5s in the grand final. Why the hell not? Ladies and gentlemen, your CWL Open champions, Mindfreak.
What a way to win the championship here. Mindfreak against all odds are the #1 undisputed team in the Asia Pacific region, and what a way to do it. With flair, with style, with Excite, Mindfreak come out, and they come out swinging. They did it in the map number 5 in the first best of 5 series, and then in the second, a 3-0 absolute madness here, Curry. I have no idea what's going on. I'm about to fall over.
I think everyone is. That is just some of the craziest Call of Duty action we've ever seen in the Australian and New Zealand scene, let alone the world, in my opinion. It's just been an absolute nuts championship Sunday here in Sydney. And look at damage from Tainted Minds. They know they were inches away from being your champions today.
I mean, it wasn't inches, it was millimeters, micrometers, nanometers. There is no measurement for how close they were. It was craziness. And Mindfreak, once again, proved they are number one. And Excite has earned his spot on the premier team in the Asia Pacific region. They get the number one spot. They get 10,000 pro points. They get $14,000 of prize money, and they're gonna need that as well, as I'm sure we're gonna be seeing them compete over at NA. Dallas for sure. There's no doubt in my mind they've got a group spot, and they're well on their way to getting that one Asia Pacific spot in the Call of Duty Global LAN League.
That's what we were all thinking coming into this event. Who is going to be that top team? Who is going to be the strongest Australian and New Zealand squad for Infinite Warfare? Mindfreak, they have proven themselves today that they are the best in the region, but we cannot take away the effort that Tainted Minds put into it. Guys, they were so close to being the new top dogs in the scene. Maybe later on in the year, I would not be surprised if they take Mindfreak to an even closer series and challenge them once again for that top spot.
An even closer series? I have no idea.
No, I'm done.
It could
I need
get
to know.
worse.
How can it get worse? Really? I mean,
How can it get better?
oh, it could get better.
Better.
It can get closer and closer, kill by kill. It really has been the most unforgettable day of Call of Duty here. Championship Sunday never disappoints, but this one was really one for the history books.
We saw something truly special today. Miles, breathe this in. There's something in the air, and if you put, the stank aside for some really intense gamers, there's something magical in the air that can be found. You can't bottle it, you can't sell it, and it is one impressive victory for Mindfreak.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hear from your winners themselves on the main stage. Let's head it over to check out Mindfreak, your CWL Sydney champions.
Thank you very much, Dr. Curry. Yes, well, Buzzo, that was 3 intense best of 5s up against Tainted Minds. In the end, you bring it back, pick up the second, you pick up the third, you pick up the championship. That must feel incredible.
Yeah, no, it feels freaking amazing, seriously. Before the loser bracket final game, like I said, interview with you, I said the map set for us, I said the map set was pretty average coming into the first series. I knew the map set was going to be better, Scorch and Throwback, which is, we're better at that sort of fast-paced game style. And like I said as well, Den's going off. I knew he wouldn't be able to repeat it. And the other guys, they weren't turning up at all. So it was all Den's. Den's won him that first thing, And we said as well, we were like, oh, they didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. So, yeah, and to start off the second series, I don't know how the hell we won that Retaliation. That was just freaking... That was insane. Honestly, like in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, like, surely we've got to choke this sometime, or surely they've got to do something good. But like I said, Dens didn't do good, so they didn't win.
I think you got the words right there. It was insane. That first game of this series was absolutely nuts. Cody, my man, you've just recently joined this team. What is it like? Explain to me how you feel right now. This is the team I suspect you've wanted to be on for quite a while. You're on the team. You've won the champs. How do you go?
Well, I mean, since when I started COD, I used to watch these guys play in Black Ops 2 when I started. So it was like, when I got asked, I was like, holy shit, like, oh, sorry, excuse my French.
Family show, mate.
I felt like I had reached one of my achievements. And then I feel like after this event, I've really earned my spot, and I feel like I should be option A instead of option C or D.
Well, you guys are certainly option A this weekend. Buzzo, what does this mean for you now? What does 10,000 pro points mean? How does that affect you?
It means everything. We pretty much qualify for the World League, and yeah, like if you're not in the World League, you're sort of you're irrelevant, which is what Tainted Minds are. They're irrelevant. They're nothing now. So they're stuck here. They're stuck in the terrible path, trying to make it to Season 2 and to COD Champs, right? We didn't want to be in that position because it's an online comp to qualify for Season 2, and online anything can happen. Just like them online, they're just online warriors. We come to LAN, we turned up. Yeah.
Well, mate, those are definitely fighting words, but today I think both you guys and Tainted Minds put on a very, very good show. Everyone here appreciates it. It's been a fantastic weekend. I'd like to invite Maniac to join you guys on the stage here to present you with your Champions check. Ladies and gentlemen, your Call of Duty World League presented by PlayStation 4 Sydney Open 1 champions. Give it up for Mindfreak. Well, Dallas, thanks for joining us. Congratulations to Mindfreak. Thank you and good night.
Infamous haven't quite managed to show up just yet, but it's very early days at this point.
Able to get a nade kill there, Envious, and he's going to push into the hill as well, get some points on the board. He's also...
He's coming in, trying to get those players on the cutoff point. He probably won't be able to make anything happen here, but big shots out from him. Does a great job of getting the turn there, but not able to keep that one going. So it Hurley starts. I think there's too much more they can do between flares and spades. This one is over. 250 to 95. Game 1 to Infamous. The B site, he's way out in the open. His pants around his ankles. He's going to make something special happen here, but he's got two players in a pinch against one. Clutch kill, goes for the second, and it's a 2v1 situation. The dark-sided walk. The gunfight goes for the snipe, tags the body shot, doesn't manage to make it happen, goes for the second, gets him. It's a 1v2 situation. Cones, can he make it happen again?
They're shaky shots from him, and now he's revealed his position, but he will find the first one there. Bomb does go down. He's probably going to get pinched from both sides at the same time. He goes past the player, he turns around, gets that kill. It's now a 1v1, turns around once again. The player flying out the door here, just trading his shots.
Infamous, here comes the engagement, big shots from Flares, gets a second, can he make it a third? This is huge, he does! Flares. My good God, Flares, Perko, Yosh, and Brownie, see you later, fellas. That is now, it's all on Cones. He's been a hero for the game so far, but what a way to close it out. Infamous 6-4. And now we've still got Infamous on the offensive. Perko, though, never say die. He's in a nice position to get a pinch here. Gets one. We saw a beautiful three-piece from him earlier. Can he make it a second? He does indeed. Perko, 13 and 8, working big for his team. And another one. Huge kills, and he cannot be stopped, Perko. Sweet run, but like all good things, it must come to an end. And there it is, guys. 3-0, 15 to 8. Infamous gonna be your victors here.
The guys over at Rebellious Prodigy doing what we said midway through this hard point of keeping it close during the first half and then just running away. We'll see Squism on your screen there. Second to clean headshot KP.
A good start for him. He's going to get the smackdown and the headshot onto Hopi. Timing working so much in his favor. He's going to come around the corner, spot the player. That is just Call of Duty timing at his finest.
Oh, yeah,
shots
boy.
fired.
Sniper rifle going for flanks.
Please, please.
Hey, so sneaky by him.
he
Spots
spots him.
one. He catches him with the grenade in his hand. Claw does drop, and now he's surrounded by a bunch of the players. Spots another one. Nice two-pick. Active camo is used, and it will be an aggressive push coming in. That is just read like a book there for Prodigy. He was in such a tough
pistol, but is definitely wounded as you tried to fight back from that one. He was mowed down. Lakey here, he does have that FTL jump. Expect that to come out later. Oh, and they get 5 for Setsi. He's working into streaks. 10 seconds left. They can lock it down here. Ending game, and it's going to be over here on Barn. Setsi, Zeppa teaming up, both finishing on 5-kill streaks. I did not see that one coming. What a shock. As I said, very to spot a rotation coming out of Validate.
Really great read from Lakey there. He's going to get this two-piece. My God. He slays them out from cover there. Easy, clean two-piece. Waited for his team just by sort of laying prone and allowing himself to sort of pinch this hardpoint. And it's a 3 down straight away for Validate. That's lane we were talking about. It's inactive.
He's slipping. Dead. Nice. Shit. Let's push.
Looking to move on into losers bracket round 6, and what a run it has been. The Chiefs take down Validate Red in a very impressive 3-1 series. Beautiful.
6. Done and dusted if you lose this one, and the winner has an even worse task. All she wrote, the active camo doesn't do it. And what happened there in the end there, Chiefs? It was such a close gunfight. 10 seconds later, another gunfight. They all die instantly.
Yeah, I mean, they're finally playing a little bit more decisively. They're pushing as Buster versus Dean and Lakey.
Oh, Rival tags him up. Players just jump up in the sky, but Rival drops Dean, and that is it. Validate Black win it. They go up 2-0 in this series and are 1 map away from his spawn, pushing into middle of the map. He's got his 4th kill, looking through his 5th on a player, tags him up, but Dean, straight out of this life, is having a good series. That's his 7th kill, 5.
He's pushing time on Rival.
Mid.
B1 diner. B1 and diner.
B1 tunnel.
Tunnel, watch your Rival.
Tunnel dead.
If they want to keep their CWL Sydney chances alive, he's going to go for the throw. Doesn't get it off. 4 seconds remaining. It's up to Lakey. Lakey can't do it, and it's going to be Validate Black with the upset. Goodbye and go home, says Macca. Validate.
I was going to say that Scarab came out fairly early. It is going to give enough information. And wow, what a 2-piece from Dan's and his old teammates. No, doesn't get the...
Two. Nice, Cody.
Fire, Renee. Shield.
On the board, Buzzo right now, 20 for 12, and that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tainted Minds are going to fall 250 to 109 in this.
Oh my goodness, Tainted Minds with a very, very good start. Are they going to be able to capitalize on this? The throw is out, and it looks good. What a big arm from Damage. That was a great throw.
Repeat it here on one of the best maps and game modes for this Mindfreak squad. Shox is playing out, can't do.
Zeus, he's come down from Olympus to bless us mortals with his presence. He's been doing an amazing job, but oh my goodness. These 1-point throws are all good and well. It's very, very difficult for the likes. Let's have a quick Astro listening with Mindfreak and see if they can't capitalize on those kills.
Throw lemon.
With the drone, I don't know who that is. Damage. He's thrown for the upload, and that's it. Tainted Minds are going to take it in the last second. 5-4. Wow.
Matter of seconds remaining, and they clutch up. Tainted Minds taking the best game time from now. They're locking down for the next hard point. Also, this is a beautiful play from the boys in green. Denz, reactive armor and a bombardment in his back pocket, so if he wants it, turns for 2. Exciting Buzzo, and he manages to get Shox as well.
He's going to go down at the end, but it doesn't matter. Mindfreak, you are down, and this is going to be...
On Buzzo now. This could possibly happen. Have the players sniffed it out yet? Yes, they have. Shots are out. He didn't manage to make it happen. We weren't going to call it because it was what a way to do it if they can make it happen in the 6-0. Damage gets 1, Nimble gets the 2nd. There's Vital with a kill on Nimble. He's not going to make anything happen here. Denz, can he bring down his former teammates here in the winners bracket final? He's going for the reload. It's all on Fighter. This is going to be an unprecedented 6-0. Tainted Minds have just put Mindfreak into the losers bracket for the first time at a LAN.
A little too hard to help your teammate when you're dead, that's for sure. And look at that, the drop bear plays coming out from Fighter. Shox is also going to get Macca as he's got streaks. He just took down the entire... So he's going to be going very hard with this MV4 in hand. Picks up the defense right there. There's another player who's going to be right behind him. He tags him as well. Beautiful stuff by Buzzo. That 3-piece was going to be great. He's still got that Scarab, but with 237 points and climbing. Buzzo, again, another player that had a slow start, but he is just shooting lasers at the moment. Tied up 1-1, and what a performance it was. Mindfreak, Validate Black, 1-1 in the losers bracket final. This is, if they get one more point, that's going to seal the deal, and when he's got camo, he might even get to.
Yeah, Josh, this is pretty much GG. Those last points going in have solidified MF for the lead to nuke out that graveyard.
Let's see if that comes to fruition. We've got Excite. He's just playing down low. He's set the trap as we've mentioned. Goes for 1, goes for 2. Can he get 3? He was a little shaky on the line. There's no one in position. If they lock this one down, coming through caves, they got the kill. Mindfreak should wrap it up right here. The salute at the end. Mindfreak do it. They eliminate Val off this one. 23-12, nearly double positive against the Tainted Mind squad, and he's not done yet. Going huge here.
Dead can't make it the second one happen. Excite just a little too fast for him. There's the contest. 240 now. It is all Excite. The young man is going off on the main stage. His war cry can be heard throughout the halls. They're 5 seconds away.
In control with 30 seconds left. Mindfreak are gonna take the first hardpoint, 250 to 192. This is what Mindfreak need to kick off. Lobby on. Gets one, gets two as well. Fighter fully stacked against Tainted Minds.
Oh, Fighter absolutely flawed. Oh, shots out. Zeus gets dropped early on there. Fighter winning that one. Fighter now continuing the run. Beautiful kills on by.
See here, Den's left the only one alive here on Tainted Minds. He's going to start going to work. Picks up the clutch kill. Goes for a second as well, but it is going to be Fighter still carrying the team in yet another. Tainted Minds players. You can see he's got his teammate running point for him. That's going to be Buzzo. Nades inside of the bedroom. He tags one up and he's dropped. Now it's down to Excite and Shock. Excite made clutch up here. He's the hero for Mindfreak and he does get the clutch defused. But I actually want to watch this from Den's point of view. Den spots him. He knows he's there. This is going to be too hard for Buzzo. He needs to go to the fuse. Easy kill for Den. Tainted Minds take out the Search and Destroy to tie up this best of. But these streaks coming into play, and you can see there Mindfreak 2-4. The drone's going to be just stopped right there, and Shock's able to be the hero that Mindfreak needs.
Wow, the call is going to make the play happen, and here it goes. There's the pass forward. He's giving it to Cody, who's got 3 kills, and now Fighter goes for the dunk. It's 2 points. It's good.
One debate, and more free spawn, yeah? That's anything, that's anything. Talk, keep going. Close. I got 2. Let's go. Nice. Good shit, Cody. Nice.
Tainted Minds victory here. Josh, game number 2. Tainted Minds. Oh, actually, map number 3, but game number 2.
We teamed up. Buzzo had a stellar start, but it's all the Excite show right here. He comes out where it counts, getting kills. Really, Excite, Shock, the wombo combo of Mindfreak as Shock picks up 5 in a row. Excite finally drops. Shock's gone for more streaks, and he's still going.
Use it to help clear out this hardpoint. I think he may have to do that one, Josh. He's 18 and 16 right now. That's 5 kills. Net 2 with that one nade. Beautiful stuff. He's 25 away. He's fully streaked out, and he's got his camo. Absolutely.
A Mindfreak victory. If Shocks has anything to say about it, 44 kills to 22 deaths and makes it 45 at the end as well. Shocks showing off here
just to guarantee that 5th round win, but it is a 1v2 situation. He's going to have to play this one very carefully. Goes for the shots out, gets one. This is the camo play. He's going to make it work, and he does indeed. Brilliant stuff from Mindfreak. 5 rounds now. They're on match point.
All alone. It's going to be defused, and Mindfreak are forcing this to a second best of 5 series. Ladies and gentlemen, a healthy lead. Once again, thanks to Astro. I'd like to go with a listen in just to see.
Get him back in. Corner.
Have that payload ready. Excite and the rest of the team are definitely starting to warm up. And as you can see,
but not without leaving a very serious mark in the back of Tainted Minds.
Mind finds they had the lead for so long, and Mindfreak are trying to do the impossible. Looking it down right here, and they pull off one of the most amazing hardpoint comebacks you will ever see in Call of Duty. Was just in their grasp, and they just drop the ball. You know what? A better description would be dropping this, pushing in. You can see Excite's running point. He's got the shot down, picks up one, goes for another. Fighter picks it up. It's damage. The bomb is down. Damage goes back. He gets one, but it's traded out. Excite is going to finish this, and now Mindfreak are going to be 1 round away from making this a 2-0 series. And if they do that, Miles, 1 up.
They fell. The losers bracket was all theirs. 2 best of 5s in the grand final. Why the hell not? Ladies and gentlemen, your CWL Open champions, Mindfreak.
What